Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your boy, it's your host, the founder of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, Rumboyz Robbie, in the building, live here on screen in the flesh. We have an amazing panel for you guys. But before I introduce the panel, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to join the YouTube channel, get custom emotes and gifts in our YouTube chat. I'll break down I'll do a private session with you, breaking down your league, how to defeat your opponents week in, week out, all that good stuff. You could also join our channel. Also spike that like button if you have not already, and indulge in the live chat. Talk to each other, get to know each other, make some friends, talk some shit. This is Rumboyz After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into our trusted panel of analysts. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, he's a writer with Fantasy Odyssey. Fantasy Audacity, I'm sorry. He is also with the McLateral crew. He is also here with the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. He's spinning in his terms. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Herms.
Yes, football absurdity and the lateral at the lateral FF on Twitter. But more importantly, with the Rumboyz.
I don't know why it's so hard for me to say football. See, here I go. I'm absurdity. I can do this. Absurdity. There we go. You just have to say it.
Yeah, you just got to really just get into the that
absurdity of it.
Absurd. Yeah. Oh, this is absurd.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up, you can catch this man with dropping best ball knowledge with his Fantasy Six-Pack articles on fantasy6pack.com. You can also check him out on the SportsMe app, dropping that fire content for all of you guys to enjoy. Picks.
What is up, guys? Thanks for having me back again and again and again until my cat is awake. Oh, good job, buddy. And again, I'll be back.
Hell yes. Hey, we appreciate having you. We love having you. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, he is a writer with Going for Two. He is also a resident here on Rumboyz After Dark. Give it up for Drop the Mic FF. Oh, rookie mistake. He's muted himself.
I remember the first time I was on a stream.
Yep, I remember my first podcast.
I'm a rookie.
Yeah, drink. Yeah, I was gonna say, you fucking drink that. You hammer that.
That's got to be a party foul.
Yeah, that's a party foul. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a graphic designer with the Real Deal Fantasy HQ, also dropping heat with the triple play fantasy crew. Also, you can catch him here with the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, giving you guys graphic. He's brought you guys Wallpaper Wednesdays and crazy, insane takes on Twitter. Give it up for Toby C2.
What's up, everybody?
There we go. Yep.
What's
all right.
up?
There goes the sleeve for the day.
Cut out.
Hold on. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
There we go.
Talk about his nice wallpapers and wants to talk about my meme videos anymore. That's how it is.
I gave you SportsMe credit. God damn it.
Robin's been hyping up my wallpapers more than I have.
To be fair, your wallpapers are fucking fire, dude. Like,
to be fair,
I want to get a price on those eventually. This shit is fucking good.
We
got to put some NFTs behind it. We got to put some Ethereum behind that shit. For real. We'll talk about that offline.
Robbie's doing his outro yesterday on Primetime Mock, and he started talking about my outro before he even finished his.
Nobody needs to hear that shit. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and introduce all the way up there on Ontario, but I always say that he's from Toronto. He's dropping all your Steelers knowledge on Rumboyz.com. He's one of the youngest in the game that is killing it. Give it up for Raji Harris.
What's good, y'all? And this shit does not fit. I'm gonna just take this off. Shout out Chase Claypool. Messing up my hair. But what's good with y'all, boys?
What's popping, homie? What's popping, bro? Let's get into our special guest for the let's get into our special guest for the evening. So excited to have these three gentlemen on here for all three of their very first time on Rumboyz After Dark. I don't know if they know what they're in for, but let's go ahead and get into it. First up is my homie
on the internet.
I was on his very, very first ever. You started talking to your cat. I was on his very first ever episode of his beginning podcast, business venture, career thing. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the fantasy football tycoon representing the fantasy boardroom.
Yo. You were on my first episode. You were the debut guest. This is what's up. So it's nice to be in your room here. Put it that way.
Yeah, bro. I'm ready to break down the business with you, bro. I'm ready to break down the business, man. We gonna get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Next up,
get down, buddy.
He's representing SOD, Sons of DFS. I'm sorry. Let me make sure I get this correct. It is the official SODFS, Sons of Daily Fantasy Football, Daily Fantasy Sports. Representing the Dynasty Sons, give it up for Dan Brown.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Appreciate being a part of the Rumboyz Network here this evening. We got a great crew on here. I am looking forward to cutting it up with you guys.
Okay, bro. I'm looking forward to chopping it up with you, man. Is getting your takes. It's gonna be fucking amazing. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a ball. We about to have a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, this man is like everywhere. Like when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. I got to meet this man in Cannes. We got to have a couple of beers and share a couple of conversations. He's just going fucking hammer. He's representing going for two. He also got some things popping with SI now as well. An NFL Draft Bible. Give it up for Ryan Searfoss.
Dude, what's up? I am so glad to finally make it on here. I feel like it's been way too long.
Dude, it's been a long time coming, and you are super excited to have you. The family is super excited to have all three of you here. This is about to be a blast, right? I just saw you 2 weeks ago. Like we were just giving each other a hug, like outside of like this is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know I saw you during the daytime. I don't know anything about the nights there. Like that shit was all a blur.
Yeah, bro, the nights were definitely a blur. And I would like to think that Trophy Smack was partially a part of that.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, it reminds me.
Pang, you doing it? You doing it now? Okay, Pang is about to head out. Wow, really quick, he's doing it. So while Pang is doing that, let's go ahead and let's talk about the SportsMe app. Let's pay some bills. We got to keep the lights on in here. The reason why we're getting a new upgraded studio next week, so super excited about that. You'll have 2 different sets. Herms, let's talk to them about that SportsMe thing.
All right, so step 1, purchase a cellular device. Step 2, open said cellular device. Step 3, go to whatever application store is on said cellular device, and then look for SportsMe. It's an application that you download, you create an account, and then it's like, wow, all these people are making very short videos about, sports and talking about sports. So it's just like, yeah, you do it, you do the thing, and then you earn points, and then, because it's like, oh, wow, that person said a smart thing, and then ding, 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 it makes a sound, and then it's fun. So if you want to be part of the fun, download the SportsMe app on whatever phone you have and do it. Because SportsMe, it sports you.
Link in description. Hell yeah. Good job, Herms. Appreciate it. Really quick, I would like to also remind everyone that this show is brought to you by MonkeyKnifeFight.com. Also, you can download the Monkey Knife Fight app available on both iOS and Android. Make sure that you guys, whenever you download the Monkey Knife Fight app and you sign up, listen, we're going to give you a really great value. We're matching your very first deposit all the way up to $100. Utilize promo code Rumboyz as you see right here, like right here. Where do I need to stand? Like right here. What I'm looking at is what I need you to type in when you sign up for MonkeyKnifeFight.com. And you are planning on winning daily fantasy prop action. We are going to be giving you guys coverage, and exclusive members here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network that join our channel will receive a weekly newsletter with our secret props of the week. So you won't want to miss it. You want to be signed up for here on our YouTube channel. You want to be signed up for Rumboyz for Monkey Knife Fight using promo code Rumboyz. Gentlemen, y'all ready to have a fucking drink? Why did it just do that? Oh wait, before we get into that, hey, and for those that can't see, it says fantasy champ. Like it's the Ping has grills that says fantasy champ, courtesy of Trophy Smack. All Ping had to do was take a couple shots of tequila.
Can't talk on it
though. Yup. Hey, fellas, go ahead and pour it if you got it. If not, I don't know what you're doing here. Honestly. Hey, fellas, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls want to do. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Shout out to Matt Rule for sending those to me. We cleaned them, we used them.
Yeah,
it definitely doesn't fit my teeth well, but they are freaking cool. And if you like that kind of stuff.
I like that kind of stuff. I want that. You got to do a SportsMe take with those in.
Yeah.
Oh god, dude, talking to that shit is so hard.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Do you have the T-Pain mic?
Oh no.
So you got the T-Pain?
No.
Oh my gosh. Hey fellas, y'all ready to talk some fantasy football? That's what everyone in the chat is here for, right? I mean, aside from getting drunk.
Maybe.
Let's see here. All right, so first topic, first things first. We're gonna keep it here, local at Rumboyz headquarters here in Colorado. We're gonna start off with the Denver Broncos. I know all the Colorado viewers are like, "Oh my gosh, Robbie's finally talking about us!" Because I talk about them enough when I'm in the fucking grocery store. Denver Broncos have named Teddy Roosevelt, Teddy Bridgewater, Teddy Two Gloves, if you will, the starting QB of the team. Many were perplexed as they felt that Drew Lock was honestly going to be the guy. What is your take on Fangio's decision here and just the Broncos organization as a whole going with Teddy Roosevelt? We start with terms. Get it.
Well, I was not one of those people perplexed by this because it is my understanding that the primary responsibility of the quarterback is to complete the ball through the air to a receiver of any kind. And of the two options, one of them is capable of doing it consistently, and the other one is Drew Lock. I tweeted out like a month ago, like I was, at least for fantasy, I'm projecting this offense assuming that Teddy Bridgewater is the quarterback. Because, I remember they were saying, a while ago, it's like, we want to bring somebody in to, bring some competition to Drew Lock. And I was like, the minute they decided to do that, I was like, well, whoever it is, they're better than Drew Lock. It's a very low bar to clear, to be honest. I mean, just dear God. And, for as much shit as people gave to Jerry Jeudy being like, oh, but he had some issues with some drops last year. It's like, I'm just impressed that he was able to make it to the ball to even drop it half the time. You know what I mean? That's a skill in and of itself. So, this, and hey,
and then they
really should have done is draft Justin Fields, if we're going to be honest. That's the thing they should have done. But of the options they have available to them, this was the only logical one if they're trying to win, which is something I think they want to do. So,
Herms, I think it might have been my fault because, see, John Elway and I, we started, rolling some shit. And then, it just he forgot to draft Justin Fields, and then that's just what happened. I'm making that story up. By the way. Someone somewhere
the same
really
thing you did the year they drafted Paxton Lynch. Two times now. You have
I'm just letting them get into my weed stash, bro. Hey, we got For the Love of Sundays up in the chat. What's good? I'll be chilling with him in a week, back to back. Oh shit, yo, what's good, Antonio? Guys, St. Pat is here tuned in. Oh yes.
You're good, dude. Funny dude.
Hey, True North. What's good, Smokey? Hey, yo, Payne, talk your shit.
I will agree on one thing that Herm said, and that is they should have drafted Justin Fields. 100% agree on that. I'm not going to deny that they shouldn't. But I will say Drew Lock got a really shit end of the stick. I've said before, I even made an article on it a while back in March. He played on one of the ugliest offenses in the year. You could say, well, Jerry Jeudy's good. I'm like, cool. Then Tim Patrick, okay. So he had his career year under Drew Lock. No one ever has unlocked that for him. Their O-line was a mess. Juwan James didn't even show up. So now you have a really bad offense that didn't have Sutton. I think they played a total of 5 snaps together or something ridiculously low. So I just think that Drew Lock didn't get a fair shake. His training camp was COVID camp, which everybody did terrible that year. in regard to that. And so I just don't know. Like I feel like Teddy Bridgewater.
Hold on, I interviewed Drew Lock.
Yeah.
All right, funny dude. Excuse me, pardon me. I apologize for that, Bert. But things like that can occur in the field. Look, I will say this in regards to Drew Lock. Out of every other rookie that I interviewed in that 2019 class, him and Will Greer, they already knew what their futures were going to be. And they were ready to tear up that fucking weekend. Like, go watch the Drew Lock interview. You see me and him kind of pow, buddy, chilling, talking shit. There was not a single time that this man did not have a vodka cranberry in his hand. And these were dirty.
Half the football players drink heavy.
But he wasn't focused. What I'm saying with Drew Lock is that, like, he just wasn't focused. Like, he just wasn't locked in. And I don't feel like he's ever been locked in. Like, I feel like, get it? Drew Lock locked in? I did that, dude. Shh. Waka waka. But, like, I don't know. Like, I just saw something different in him in that 2019 season. You had a season without the pandemic, then you got hit with the pandemic.
He had half a season without the pandemic. He played behind Case Keenum. Then he plays with the pandemic with one of the worst offenses. Like, it really was. Like, Tim Patrick, KJ Hamler, who was injured. Jerry Jeudy was the only person on that team that wasn't injured and was doing well, right? And even then, his season wasn't the best season in comparison to, like, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, etc. But he had a really respectable rookie season. But so then we cut him off. We gave Sam Darnold 4 or 5 years. We gave, RG3 how many tries? We've given a lot of guys a lot more tries with better offenses than we've given to Drew Lock. And I think that's where it's like, whatever. We know what Teddy Bridgewater is. Like, we know he's a conservative player, and all they're trying to do is reenact 2016 Super Bowl Broncos. And if anybody remembers, was that good offensively?
No, not at all.
You want that for fantasy? You want cheap?
Fuck no.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, what does Teddy Bridgewater do? He threw the same amount of touchdowns. I think he threw less than Drew Lock last year, and he played more games than Drew Lock. And he had 3 better receivers than Drew Lock.
Good take. No, I respect that take. Okay,
Mike. So yeah,
Mike, you gonna let Payne get away with that shit?
I don't know if he had 3 better receivers than Drew Lock because I think Jeudy is a stud. But when it comes to the quarterback situation, I think the big thing is this: they have an okay defense. Vic Fangio doesn't want to lose his job, so he went with a guy that has a safer floor and not a higher ceiling. That's pretty much all it is. Because, yes, Drew Lock might have a higher ceiling than Bridgewater, but he has a lower floor. So he wants a guy like Bridgewater that'll go in and manage a game and keep his job.
Chat is getting involved on this one. Chat is getting involved. We got for the love of Sundays, Johnny B, he's like, Teddy Two Gloves is just a safe option. But then we got, St. Pat, like, how many years of mediocrity to chase a good / great QB. No upside, but no chance they go less than 500. And then we get Drakey Strakey. They needed someone who hey, Drakey, give me a follow, bro. Let's holla, man. Let's talk. He said they needed someone who had the chance to win games, not lose them for the team. Okay. So
shout out to
Drakey,
chat. By the way. Drakey helped me get like a like and Handy Holloway to see my content. So shout out to Drakey for that. That was amazing.
Big up. Salute to you, Drakey.
And then also just for Vic Fangio, like he just kind of told me he's the guy that likes his steak well done because he wants to play it safe.
Fuck.
I'm just saying that's what it seems like to me.
But he's also like one of the oldest coaches in the game. So like, and the game has gotten so progressively, younger in the way that the X and O's are called. Like, I feel like Fangio was just lost in a fucking different time period. But I mean, I live here and I tell people this shit all the time. Mike, I like that shit. Oh wait, Najee Harris hater. Hold on, I just realized that this man changed his screen name like from cutoffs to fucking Najee Harris hate. Toby, what is your take?
I'll agree. He is the safe option, but I don't think anybody here was moving up Sutton, Jeudy, Fant, or either running backs, whether Lock won the position or Bridgewater won the position from a fantasy standpoint, to me, because I wasn't going to do it. So it doesn't really affect fantasy for me. I think we just saw Bridgewater have Samuel Anderson and DJ Moore be top 26 receivers. So I think that's what Fangio's looking for, is a safe option to get those guys the ball and let them work. and not turn the ball over from trying to force something downfield.
I mean, Bridgewater did finish what QB 13 the last year.
Yeah,
I have been on record to state that now that Sam Darnold has kind of moved into the Carolina position, that he'll probably that's his ceiling. I think that Bridgewater, now that I kind of rethink that tape from a couple of months ago in what you just said, I think I can maybe recant that and state that maybe Sam Darnold moves his way to like QB 15. And then maybe Bridgewater stays right there at that QB 19 just because of the stable of receivers that he has. So I actually like that take. I respect that. Like once I start thinking about it like that, I'm like, shit. Like,
and I think Bridgewater can go up with this receiver core because it's so talented and so young from where they're at right now.
Bridgewater of old, possibly.
Yes, but I also think, for me, I think if Melvin Gordon's going to be the pass catcher while Javonte's still building this role, I think his value rises a little bit with Bridgewater back there.
Agreed. I think I like Melvin Gordon or Javonte, whoever is the running back is going to get so many dump offs. It's going to be nice.
Tio's girlfriend 6. Do you even exist? I'm kidding. That was a good joke. Like that was a pretty good joke. That was like Manti Te'o's girlfriend 6. Like that was a good one.
Did you guys just hear that? Pang almost admitted that Javonte is going to be the running back.
That's a possibility.
Oh, shit. Clip it. We're at, right now we're at 22:40. Somebody scale that back a little bit. Someone write that down. Raj, you got it? Thank you. Yeah, done. Oh,
I said whoever gets the running back spot.
No, Pang, I heard what I heard. No, I heard what I heard. You're done. Like
your ears, baby.
Your Melvin Gordon takes down the fucking toilet, bro.
42% of him.
But no, I like that. Teddy B will help running back production.
I agree with that.
More than Locke. I agree with that. I could definitely agree with that. Not saying with better pass catchers, Raji. That's gonna be your name. You're still Rumboyz Raj on Twitter, so that everyone can find you and you repping. But Raji,
fucking Mike and Toby just kind of took everything I was gonna say. So copy and paste, I guess. Fuck, I mean,
copy pasta. Just hit it with the copy pasta.
Copy pasta, yeah. Teddy's the safe option. Fuck Drew Luck, he's a bum, and that's all I gotta say.
Hey, he's a friend of the fucking show. We ain't gonna say he's.
You interviewed him once. You interviewed him once, bro.
Hey, but he can be a friend of the show and bad at his job.
That is also true.
We interviewed him, and we also had a couple of motherfucking drinks. Like, I may or may not been the cause of some alcoholism over the course of one weekend, okay? It just fucking happens. Tycoon! Come in like a fucking tycoon.
Shout out Pang's picks because he's right. He kind of took everything I wanted to say.
Sorry.
It is the safe option though. Like we've all said, it reeks of Fangio just trying not to lose his job. Frustrating. And it does affect things for me for fantasy. He doesn't really target the tight end. He's near the bottom of the league in that, like 16%. So Fant gets knocked down a little bit as long as Teddy's in there, as far as I'm concerned. This intermediate pass game wants Judy up.
I love that question. Oh, fuck.
Right there. Yeah, see? That's exactly it.
You want to hit that question? You want to hit that question, bro?
Yeah, right
That's
there.
all you. That's all you.
I believe it's 16% target share that tight ends get with Teddy at quarterback. And Drew Lock's up around 24-25%. So that's a huge knockdown for Fant. And then, like somebody else said in the chat, it's going to help RB production. So I'd bump Williams up. Gordon, if he comes back healthy at some point here, we'll, see how that goes. And ultimately, though,
guys at home got your notepads out. Y'all are scribbling notes while y'all are drinking. I know it's going to be fucked up when you got to read in the morning, but.
And I think it hurts them in real life, honestly, because their schedule has some really tough defenses outside of their division and has some really high-powered offenses in their division. I mean, tell me, how is Teddy going to beat the Ravens? How is Teddy going to beat the Steelers? How is he going to beat the Browns, the football team?
He's not going to beat the Chiefs, I'll tell you that.
How is he going to beat the Chiefs or the Chargers? The Raiders might even be a problem, I mean, to be quite honest. So Locke's floor being that much lower than Teddy's, I totally disagree. I mean, in terms of actual play, he's going to have way shittier games when he, has his bad games. But in terms of overall record, floor is maybe one extra win-loss. Somebody said
like he barely targeted Kyle Rudolph when he was in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, so like
fans toast if Teddy plays most of the season.
Fans fucked.
So the 16% number was career, not just last year.
Career, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
and really quick, Fant was probably already gonna feel an impact because if Drew Lock did get the starting job, it would have given him 17 games with Albert O, who he's used to from fucking Mizzou. And I get that Albert O was more so brought into as a blocking tight end, but we all scout. A lot of us do at least minor scouting here. Do we all not remember Albert O pulling off a fucking block and just shedding a block and be like, "Hi, I'm here," just window with a diamond, just straight up diamond, like he's throwing up the rock, just pitching passes. Like exactly, like so. Like I'm just saying, I think that Fant was done before it even begun, and that's why it takes around in Fant. Dan, I want to kind of lead off with the Teo Girlfriend 6's take, right? But I also would like to know from your perspective, is Fangio on the hot seat, and has Fangio been probably the best coaching decision for this organization?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got to be in the hot seat at this point. You know, he can only put so many bandages on the wound, and that is the quarterback rotation that he has right now. And we did see a quality battle between these two guys throughout training camp, but essentially and kind of weeding through the quotes after the last preseason game, it came down to pocket presence and communication in the huddle, two things that Teddy Bridgewater seemed to really excel at in Fangio's system here, and Drew Lock continues to struggle with. He struggled to pick up the playbooks back in college, and he's continuing to struggle to pick it up here at the next level. I think it is the right call for the organization, but as mentioned before, I think the right call could have happened at the end of April, and they wouldn't be in this predicament in the first place.
Damn, I like how you address the Fangio question. Very professional, by the way, brother. Very, very nice. All right, Ryan, what's your take just on the situation overall, encompassing the whole group's takes and just also your own take on this? I mean, and also the chat has been chiming in too, so I know you got probably some shit to fire back at them too.
Yeah, it's kind of just putting like the full picture together, everything. Fangio is in the hot seat, and he's hoping there's enough talent on the offense, because there is. They have more weapons than almost anybody, and a good enough defense where they can get drag kicking and screaming in the playoffs. Will they do that, Teddy Bridgewater? Probably not, but he's not going to win himself. The one dude, though, that we haven't talked about, who's the biggest benefactor from this, is Jerry Jeudy. Bridgewater has just gone towards those separator type receivers. That's who he's focused on his whole career. Even if we look most recently, DJ Moore, we've seen 118 and 135 targets the last 2 years with them. And they run a similar enough game where they're just breaking people down.
You have a question as well.
Quickly. So I love that for him the most. But, I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, and I'm a little more questionable with Sutton now just because he may not force the ball to him in them jump ball situations.
You do have a question as well. Do you think investing more future draft picks into Teddy and to getting Teddy an influence on the decision, even though it was a sixth pick, even though it was a sixth, is what Pat's asking. So I guess like, do you think like I guess the more so the question I think that Pat is asking is like, is it important that they invest in Teddy? I mean, midseason trades can happen and shit like that. I mean,
I think they thought they were a team that was better than they were, but bypassed on a quarterback there. Either said they thought they could win without it, or they were building for that next QB because they didn't believe in anybody left there. They took a lockdown corner, which is not easy to get in the NFL. So I get that if they weren't in love with one of the QBs 6, I'm fine with it. I think Fields is a smart call, but it says a lot about the organization, what they think they can do.
Okay. And Pat, I felt like they tried to justify it as much as they could have. I mean, but Broncos are going to Broncos. Like, Denver's going to Denver, bro. Like, Denver's looking for like that, like, straight up peak. You know, they haven't Their most recent Super Bowl came off the back of a veteran quarterback who wasn't really that great, but just managed enough to where the defense could get all the work done. They are still searching for the next Elway, and Elway's not letting that traditionally happen. So, I mean, I wholeheartedly believe that John Elway will not draft a true successor that will really pass him up. He will bring someone in for free agency, and I think this is just the way that this organization works. Like, personally, I think that this is the way that this organization works. They would prefer to get a vet or, you know, something or the other. I don't think they're really trying to strike gold in drafts. I mean, look at their quarterbacks they have drafted. I don't think they're ever trying to strike gold.
Personally,
There's a lot of ego.
Sooner or later, Elway should be on the hot seat for exactly what you just said.
Elway should be on the hot seat, but it's not going to happen because he owns half of fucking Denver. So
for sure, he's not going to be. But they haven't done anything since Peyton Manning. They didn't do anything to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was already who he was.
Here's how I want to answer this question. If you are on the panel and you have a drink, if KJ Hamler is worth a stash, take a sip. And Teo's girlfriend, you got to count. Ryan was like, yeah. I would take him in the final round. I'd take him in the final round.
I have Hamler at the same way if they play 3 receiver sets, something like Curtis Samuel.
Would you rather have Hamler or DPJ?
Wait. All right, DPJ. They both do totally different things. Coming from someone
they do different things.
They do different things for different reasons. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. I refuse to answer that question.
I'm talking about last round of drafts. I'm not talking about on their team standpoint.
I would take Hamler. I like Donovan Peoples-Jones.
I
root for him all the time. I love his fucking name. I want him to succeed. I just don't think that offense throws.
No, fuck, bro.
No volume.
OBJ's tweet a week ago about Donovan Peoples-Jones was basically a concession speech. Like,
no way.
I think that Odell's conceding, and he thinks that there's a new number one. And I think that Odell's gone midseason. I think that just going back to the Broncos, I think that Fangio is fired middle of the season. I don't think that Fangio makes the whole fucking season, honestly.
I've got one pretty fun thing to point out for those of you that play in leagues with defenses. The first 3 games of the season for the Denver Broncos include matchups against the Giants, the Jaguars, and the Jets. So I don't know about you guys. I am leaving all of my drafts with the Denver Broncos defense because you stream defenses. That's what you do. And like last I checked ADP, I think they were DST 14. So, you're good to go. If you just want to fucking wait to the last round, nobody's going to think about that. Because, look, they're getting Von Miller back. Fucking Pat Surtain already out here looking pretty good. They did a lot to boost that defense. Seriously, honestly. They are, the fucking defense you want to target at the very end of your draft. So.
They were a good defense last year, too. They were just really stout. They're not as good as the 2016 Broncos, but doesn't matter. You're playing a bad defense. Who freaking cares?
It's a good ass squad. It really is, man.
Playing a bad offense all day. Who cares? Exactly.
Because after that they go Ravens, Steelers, so it's not that great. But then again, after that, Raiders, Browns, football team. I don't know, man. Shit. It's a good idea. I'm just whatever.
Yeah, I'm in a co-owner league.
And fucking Pat. Here goes Pat. Here he goes. He's like, bow down to Herbs. We are not worthy. I love it.
I'm in a co-owner league, and my co-owner hit me up when it was our pick in the second to last round and said,
Gary?
Hey, and he said the exact same thing. He's like, look at Denver's schedule. Let's pick them up. And we did it in the second round, so no one did it. Second to last round.
Really strong.
Let's get into this next take. Oh, wait, Ryan, go ahead. Close
I said the bad thing is we want Fangio fired mid-season. Starting out 3-0 with that schedule ain't good for it.
I still think that'll happen. I still think that'll happen. I'm riding with my take. I'm riding my bold prediction. Look, call me Robbie A. Johnson right now. Robbie S. Johnson right now. Okay, fuck Stephen A. I'm Robbie S. Johnson right now. I'm doing my thing, and this is just what I said. What I said. All right, shit. Look, Fangio fired by the end of the season. Hey, Ryan, I like that you actually just wrapped us up on that last topic. Beautiful work there, brother. Humbly appreciated. You actually going to start off the next take here. He's oh shit. So famous Jameis, Mr. Crab Legs himself. Okay. He's going to be taking over. Oh, when the Saints go marching in, will Winston throw in 30 interceptions? It could be bad, but he's taking over as the New Orleans Saints quarterback. What is their outlook? And is Taysom Hill at this point nothing more than a Swiss Army knife?
I feel like James is a smart call because we know Taysom Hill is his limitations. He's what the world wants all running quarterbacks to be, just at a below average passer who can throw a little bit. But James gives them the best chance. Outlook wise for the team, they need him to not try to win every game and play a little bit calmer than they did in Tampa, which hopefully they have beaten in his head from Drew Brees when he was there. He got quoted recently saying something about you don't have to be Batman every game. It's okay to be Alfred or something until you need to be. It was some weird shit because it's Jameis. But I think it's the best call for the team. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs or really compete this year? No, I think they'll be looking for a future quarterback. But, man, he's locked on to Marquez Callaway right now. And that's beautiful because we know Winston loves to force the ball to a guy like that when he finds somebody he has that connection with.
Okay, I like it. Dan. So really quick, Dan, I got to say this before I let you do your take, man.
Yeah.
You're up there in Michigan.
No.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
No or no?
No, I'm down in Georgia.
Oh, that's right. You're down in Georgia. You're down in Georgia. That's right. It's Nate. It's more up north.
Yeah.
My fault. My apologies. All right, but I gotta ask. Do you listen to the rapper Danny Brown? Like, have you ever?
I have not.
It's just a name thing, man. It's a name thing, and it's just what I thought. Like when I saw it, I was like, damn, Danny Brown. I was like,
I'll take that.
Damn. He's like, I'll take that. No, don't, because he's a terrible fucker. He's all right. He's okay. It's okay.
I don't think he could be more opposite from Danny Brown, the rapper.
Oh, you know who that is, Saikun? Holy shit, I was not ready. Yeah, he's way more opposite. Dan, give us your take on Winston and his eyes and his crab legs and everything just surrounding Winston and taking over his position, and Taysom Hill as well.
Yeah, no, I think this is really best case scenario for the Saints offense and the weapons involved. Jameis Winston adds one thing that Taysom Hill can't, and that's the vertical passing attack. That's one thing that Taysom Hill has just really struggled with, getting off his first, let alone his second read and being able to adapt. He wants to tuck and run, the gadget guy. But we saw Marquez Callaway this past preseason game obviously link up with Jameis Winston, and we saw just how vertical this offense can get. I believe those touchdown passes traveled 53 air yards according to NFL Next Gen Stats, which is the longest of any Saints touchdown in since 2016. Even in Drew Brees' old age, he kind of lost that vertical passing attack that we longed for so long for with the Saints passing offense. And I think Jameis Winston kind of gets that back going in the dome down there. So I really do like the move by New Orleans to go ahead and name him the starter moving forward.
Damn good take. I respect the hell out of that. I like that you went to some advanced analytics, but also some film as well with that. Like as you were saying your take, I was like, I'm picturing the Winston attack through the air. I like that. I was telling actually one of my bosses over at SportsMe today, and I'm like, listen, you're looking for late round grabs. I'm like, you can easily go Winston and Callaway as a stack. Like, and this guy, he's like fucking in his 50s, so like, he's used to like writing lineups on paper and shit. It's like when I told him that, and what I compared it to was when you stack, it's like getting that mushroom in Mario. It's like whoop, like it makes you bigger,
Yeah, and when Michael Thomas got injured, obviously Traquan Smith was the initial name that really started to circulate and create a big buzz. But unfortunately, he's had some lingering injuries thus far that has kind of kept him out. And Marquez Callaway has done everything he can to capitalize on that opportunity. So, I think Marquez Callaway's actually moved above Traquan pretty heavily as far as
That
ADP is concerned.
That comment deserves a fucking shot. Like, I'm not even going to take a sip here. That comment deserves a fucking shot. He said Jameis Winston would do the milk crate challenge for a workout.
How far do you think he'd get?
He'd make it.
He'd make it to the W.
He'd make it. He'd make it.
Yeah.
I think he'd make it.
If he gets those hip workouts, if he gets that hip workout put into that milk crate, I think he can.
He'll literally get right up to the top of the tower and he'll be like,
Dak Prescott up there.
Go ahead, Tycoon. What's your take, bro?
Yeah, I agree that Winston should be.
Oh God, I can't eat
No.
crawfish.
But yeah, no, Winston's the right choice, and to kind of build on what
a lot of work.
that Dan was talking about. The vertical game helps Kamara quite a bit because it's going to open up some space if defenses are playing honest, and if not, well, Jameis will burn them. LASIK Winston is going to hit those passes more consistently, I think, now. And further, we saw how, now small sample size, but we saw how Taysom killed Kamara in terms of fantasy production last season. So, I mean, in terms of fantasy and reality, I think this is the only move. And I think, well, actually, I don't want to talk too much about it, but I think this makes this team much more competitive for this season as well with the defense that they have.
I like Clayton's comment, too. I predict that the New Orleans humidity, no breeze, is picking in the top 5.
Motherfuckers are so funny, man. I swear to God.
Bro, that was a good pun, bro.
is.
That was a really good pun. I like Pat's about crawfish, but here's the thing. I now want to know if he really had crawfish. Like, I'm expecting a DM with, like, a picture. Like, I really need to know. Like,
So yeah, picks or it didn't happen.
Yeah, picks or it didn't fucking happen, Pat.
Picks or dicks, it didn't happen.
God, pig, no.
What? What's the matter?
Raji, what's your take?
Fuck, I mean, we already know. I think everyone knew going into the offseason or going into the season that Jameis was going to be the right choice and that he was going to be starting. Oh, jeez. I just read that comment. Okay. We knew that he was going to be the number one. And obviously we saw last year when Taysom had a couple games that he started. He should be reserved for that Swiss Army knife role. He shouldn't be a starting quarterback. He should be a gadget guy. And fantasy-wise, he also fucked up AK really bad. So, I mean, I think if they want the most production out of their team, especially out of their best player, which is Alvin Kamara, they have to start Jameis.
Hell yeah. Hey, yo, Pat, shout out to that buffet, bro, that had them crawfish, man. They're smart. They're smart business people. Like, luckily the Rumboyz ain't pull up because we would have cleaned that motherfucking thing out. Toby, what's your take, bro?
So I love the Winston starting for all the fantasy options that come in New Orleans. And I think Taysom is better suited as a Swiss Army knife. That's for that Saints offense because he looked good when he was in that role. And he did look okay at quarterback, but he also wanted to run too much, and that killed Kamara. And I think Jameis is going to look good with Callaway and Smith at start. And then if you can get MT as your wide receiver 5, then pull the trigger because I think Winston can hit him a lot.
Good analysis. Talk that shit, King.
That's all the cutoff guys got to say.
Hey, he's like, I got a good take. He's like, I'm leaving it at that one. He's like, hey, I ain't forcing it. I ain't pushing it.
I ain't gonna make myself look stupid for any more sentences.
He's like, I'm thinking about my future Emmy right now. I'm thinking about my future Emmy. Hey, yo, drop the mic. Go ahead and drop the. You're on mute.
Toby had to make up for it for all the slander he's giving Najee Harris. So, I mean, honestly, everything's been said that I would want to say, except for in the last week and a half, I've been in 2 drafts, and I got Winston in both of them. And one of them is against you, Robbie, in the dog division, and the other one is against Ryan in the Riders League.
Ooh.
Yeah, my key is nice, though, I think.
Why am I playing against you twice? I don't fucking like that.
I think I drafted Russell Gage, too.
Bro, fucking man, I was drafting against Pat, and it was like it was the first time in almost like 3 weeks I've drafted against someone in the chat. It's like, bro, I walked into that mock, it was just luckily it was just a mock, but I walked in scared as hell, bro. And then he started off he started off with the snipes, and then it chilled, and then towards the end the snipes started fucking coming again. I was like, ah. Bro, hey, that man will keep you on your toes. I will draft with fucking Pat any day, any fucking day, bro. I'll go to war against that man any day. Let's go.
Yep.
Hey, Pang, what you got, bro?
Everyone kind of hit that portion of that Jameis Winston's better than Taysom Hill. I just kind of want to laugh at that Taysom Hill contract. He's like 16 mil dead cap this year, 9 mil dead cap next year. It's just funny. He's gonna be the most expensive tight end. The most expensive tight end. But the way I want to look at Jameis this year is more so what he can do. Funny thing, Marcus Callaway's undrafted in fantasy at one point and in real life, and now he's going I did a survey. He was right now between rounds 9, 8 and 7 right now, 7, 8, and 9. People are drafting him. So it's kind of hilarious. And I'm also more looking forward to what Jameis Winston does when Michael Thomas returns. We might see a Godwin Mike Thomas too, like a Godwin Mike Evans.
I think it's going to be a Godwin Mike Thomas. I wholeheartedly believe that it's going to be a
Godwin Mike Evans. I mean, like a Mike Evans Godwin's 2.0.
Mike Evans, and Evans Godwin. I think it's going to be an Evans Godwin type of situation wholeheartedly. I think that this is an opportunity. I think this is an opportunity for Callaway to really step into his own. It's not. I don't think this is. We know Jameis. We know Taysom. But these young receivers are about to fucking get a bag right now. Really quick, I love this pun. Funny, all about the crawfish and not about the chop. Man, sorry, it sucks that Adam Trotman is not going to be a thing this year, unfortunately.
I also want to get a poke at Shaquille Griffin. I don't know why people pay for fucking Seahawks cornerbacks. I have no idea why. They just gave me vibes.
They played on the Seahawks.
It gave me fucking Byron Maxwell vibes all over again. And other than that, man, I'm done. Give it to fucking Herms.
Let's go.
Yeah, and even if it weren't for Troutman, getting banged up or whatever, he was lining up as a blocking tight end most of the time and didn't really get involved in the passing game. That was incredibly disappointing, to be honest. But yeah, as far as Taysom Hill versus Jameis Winston, it's kind of like what I said about the Broncos quarterbacks. It's just like the primary things, where you want a guy that's good at getting the ball to receivers and so one's a real quarterback and the other one's Taysom Hill. It kind of seemed like it was pretty obvious what was going to happen the entire time, except for the fact and we talk about this over on the Lateral Show, drops as a podcast every single Wednesday at noontime Eastern. Woo!
I'm actually caught up.
Tons of fun stuff in store. We're pretty certain that somehow Taysom Hill is like Sean Payton's illegitimate son, or he has some weird dirt on him that just is keeping him relevant for some reason, because there's no other explanation for Taysom Hill to be as involved as he has in the past. Seriously, it's very bizarre. I don't understand it whatsoever. But I will say though, the one thing that has been pointed out and listening to other people talk about it, and then pulling it up on the Pro Football Reference, this whole idea, I saw somebody tweet earlier being there was some prop about it was plus 2,000 or something for Jameis to lead the league in interceptions or something, and I'm to be fair, the only reason he had that 30 interception year is because. What was it? 626 pass attempts was by far his career high. In 2019, last we saw him as a starter. The Saints aren't going to throw the ball that much to the point where he's going to be put into a position to fuck up that much. So, I mean...
I want to ask an open question to all of you guys. You guys remember hearing that, Bruce Arians' playbook is so difficult, even Tom Brady had an issue with it? You guys think that do you think that affected Jameis Winston?
Fuck no. Okay, yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, but Bruce Arians is fucking insane though.
But if you watch some of Winston's those are just bone at.
I meant to ask that for Herms originally because Herms would know about this. Yeah. What do you think, Herms?
Oh, about what? I spaced out. What's up?
Sorry. Do you think that he went 30 for 30 because that playbook for Bruce Arians, because that was his first year together, kind of made it that way? He just wasn't, It's a hard playbook. Even Tom Brady had a hard time.
I mean, like to be fair, it's not like
No, that's
Jameis
Dwayne
was-
Haskins, by the way.
It's not like Jameis Winston was particularly, great at avoiding interceptions before that. But at the same time, like, yes, I mean, adapting to
wasn't.
something new on top of the fact that, like I said, like, that's a lot of passing attempts. You know what I mean? And for a guy like that, just like that's just more, I don't know. Like, I'm sure a lot of it had to come into play. And also just like, the joke that was made earlier or whatever, it's just like, LASIK Winston, like his eyes were fucked. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't help. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's like,
I hate saying the words LASIK
I wear
Winston,
contact
can't
lenses.
say it.
I get it. Like, but yeah, it's hard to do well if you can't see. But I'm sure a number of things played into it, but regardless, like, I don't know. I think it's going to be cool. And also
Yo,
just, like,
I gotta read this one in the way I think that he's saying it. He couldn't read the fucking playbook.
Yeah, like
That's Dwayne Haskins.
Nah, bro. Hey, now that you brought up the question, like, shit,
I'm caught up.
hey, there it is.
you're doing. Look at you. Oh my gosh, you would.
Boy, that's the boy.
That's the
What,
boy.
dude? I catch this shit. I catch a lot of people's content. I know people say they do it. I actually do it.
Peg,
Ain't
just
that the
kind of
fucking
looking
truth?
at that, you mentioned about him throwing his picks for his 626 pass attempts. It's still the highest percentage of interceptions on pass attempts in the league, 4.8. Like, he's almost a full percent higher than Baker Mayfield at 3.9. Like, he
not
was
great.
he was fucking up. Like,
No, I wouldn't doubt it.
Exactly. Like, let's get into the next
like,
thing.
I
Let's
was
get into
just
the next.
like, that's a good point. I'm like, no, it couldn't be that high.
Bro, hey, I love that the chat like makes everything so much like more interesting. Like they'll hit us,
Amazing.
they'll hit us with shit, and we're just like like I love it because he was blind. Yo, I need to do a specific live stream, panelists versus chat. Who has the better jokes on different football topics, and just see who the fuck wins, bro.
Chat's been
Like,
killing it the last few weeks. I got to give it.
Yeah,
to Chat.
Chat's been killing it. Chat's been burying even us on screen. I'm like, fuck. All right, so we start with Herms here. James Robinson is straight up stonks. Just straight up stonks, okay? All the way to the moon. I'm loving James Robinson right now, so I guess like we already know my take before I even like express shit. Well, first, surrounding the whole Jameis shit. Jameis, you deserve it. Like, there was no way I was going to fucking pick Taysom Hill over you, but I said that months ago on Twitter, and you guys can find that because you guys are really good at finding old shit. I did not mean that. Fuck. Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I say that? What happened? Hey, get the timestamp on that. Get the timestamp on that.
53.
James Robinson is straight up.
Too soon, dude.
No, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, Fuck, all love for my baby sis, and all love for fucking Sam. Like fuck y'all. I don't care what y'all think. Shit. James Robinson straight up stomps. Following the injury to Travis Etienne, it was almost Eaton-ass season, and then it was not Eaton-ass season. There was no groceries to be had following the injury. Did y'all get that? Yeah, I'm happy that you like that. What should the game plan be for those who have already drafted and are drafting? Yo, I love the comments. I can't cancel Robbie. What's funny is you can't cancel me. I own this motherfucker. I don't work for no one else, so no one's like,
Robbie,
here, bitch.
Just stop talking, bro.
Oh my fucking god!
But go ahead.
Please, on to Herms, please.
All right,
Oh,
what do you
yes.
think about
So,
Robinson?
football. That's a thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. What's the
Hey,
game
I had to
plan
do it
for-
once.
for those who have already drafted and for those who are going to draft? Well, if you've already drafted, then it's probably already fucked up. It is what it is. I don't know. You can't really undo that. So, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just how time works. It's like if you drafted Travis Etienne, what do you pivot somehow? I don't know. Just good luck. But yeah, if you're about to draft, I have James Robinson as my RB20. and I understand it's like, oh, but he was so last year. And I'm like, okay, sure. Okay. But a couple things. One, that was a different coaching staff that seemed a lot more interested in running the ball. Whereas, given everything they've invested in the offense this offseason and everything we've seen in the preseason so far, it's looking like they're going to want to throw the ball and be a little more focused on the pass offense this year than they were last year. So, that's point one. And then point two, it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, I gave a good explanation. Anyway. And so it's just, but it's within his range of outcomes to do particularly well. But then there are also, a few schools of thought about like, well, is Carlos Hyde gonna, cut into it? Is Laviska Shenault potentially gonna be involved in doing some crazy ass shit? Who knows what the answer to that question is? But the point is, somebody will interfere with the workload just a little bit because he basically had the entire backfield to himself last year, which I do not think is true of this year. So for those two reasons and those two reasons alone, I do not have James Robinson particularly high. But if you are going to draft, perfectly serviceable guy for your team. He'll do well. He'll do fine. I'm looking forward to it.
Saint Pat never ended a question or a take, period, with a better word. Okay, he's never. And I don't think he's typed a lot of shit in the chat, right? But that ending word right there. Hey, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboys and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly. We love and appreciate all of you. Your place for fantasy football and comedy, baby. Pang, what's your pick?
I kind of had a different take than Herms, but he makes a very, very solid point. And I didn't have Robinson too high either. Like, I had him like at 18, 20. To be honest, I think he catches a lot more passes than people would think, but I didn't really watch his routes. So I don't know if he's actually a pass catcher or they just do dump offs. He had 50 catches last season. Like, that's a big deal. But what does that mean, right? So I think Herms is spot on, and I don't really want to jump past that because I don't think I can say it better than he did. So I'm going to just move on.
See, before we get into Mike's take, I want to state this. This man is a UDFA. And if, honestly, I haven't had this much passion about a UDFA that I've had with James Robinson. I'm not victory lapping or nothing, but I am saying I've been beating the James Robinson drum. It sucks for ETN, but on the flip side, as a James Robinson truther, I'm like, now y'all get to see what he is. Now Jacksonville gets to send him potentially somewhere motherfucking else after this season. I'm predicting James Robinson. If there was a future bet right now, if James Robinson is going to be a Hall of Famer, I might take that fucking bet. And I'm going to be straight up. I'm super high on James Robinson, and it is what it is. Y'all can hate me. Y'all can love me. But when's the last time we seen a guy play with this much heart? Like, when's the last time we've seen this much heart on film?
I'll give
talent.
Robbie, I got a question for you then. Do you think he outperforms Arian Foster, the last great long-term
Foster played so hard. Hold on, but Foster, but I don't think that I think that he's in that. He could be that UDFA that's in that category. And I'm a big Foster fan. Like
he
one of my favorite pieces.
Tigers, apparently. He said he could beat up a tiger. I don't know.
That was a wolf, wasn't it?
It was a wolf. It was a wolf.
My
yeah.
bad.
And then he became a rapper for a little bit too. I don't know if he'll.
Yeah, and he was a rapper. Bobby Fino, So, I'm just saying, I really think that Robinson could be the next wave of UDFAs that really capture our hearts, especially as reporters. Like, when we're going through and reporting through the rest of the season, don't be shocked if you see me type a couple of James Robinson headlines. Like, it's probably going to happen in some post-game breakdowns. But, it's my take. I'm just saying, let this man capture your fucking heart. Like, when do you get to see UDFA do this? Like,
but to me, doesn't it feel like running backs have a very hard path getting into the Hall of Fame?
They do, but this man, come on, bro. Like, come on.
I know what you're talking about, but it took
if you believe in nothing, it's stand for nothing.
It took Terrell Davis
right?
6 years to get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but Terrell Davis shouldn't even been in there. I'm gonna say
that's true.
Whoa. Well, that's not what the topic is about. I didn't mean to take it that way.
But like if Robinson has a good 8 years, he's going to wait 6 years like Terrell Davis did.
I mean, Roger Craig's still waiting.
Yeah. All right, Mike. What do you think about James Robinson?
So I actually have Robinson around the same spot that Herms and Pang do, but I hate to beat a dead horse, but part of the reason is I don't trust Urban frickin' Meyer, period. I don't trust him with
No
anything.
one does.
Exactly.
But that's why I said that he will get traded, though.
I still think you're going to have Carlos Hyde is going to take some carries, but because of ETN's capabilities, I think the one that's going to be in the backfield more now is LaVisca. I think they're going to use him as that trick guy, and they're going to sweep him in, sweep him out.
So you're predicting a Debo role, and that's not even Debo didn't out-touch the running backs in.
He had
in
designed
San Fran.
runs for him last year under the different regime. I mean, yeah, it's.
I'm not saying he's going to outproduce James at all. I'm not saying that.
Not
I'm
okay.
saying I see James as like a mid-2. I just don't see him as like 12 to 14.
All right, Mike.
I
So
have
you're
him.
thinking more like how Robert Woods like stole some touchdowns, right? Like you're thinking like that. Like
Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel, Robert Woods all did that. Yeah, it makes sense. I agree with you 100%. I don't think that's a bad take at all. We've seen it. You lose 3 rushing touchdowns to a receiver. You lost 3 rushing touchdowns to a receiver. That's a big deal. That puts Devin Singletary for 950 scrimmage yards and 5 touchdowns to 950 and 2. Like that's a big deal. It's a big change.
Yeah. That's really all I got to say. Go cut off boy.
All right, so I have Robinson around running back 18. But if you've already drafted and you had ETN, I'd go search for maybe like a Gio Bernard or even Carlos Hyde, just to like scrape the bottom of the barrel because you're struggling right now.
Tony Michelle.
Philip Lindsay is undrafted too.
Yeah,
He's a starter.
Lindsay. But if you're coming up drafting Robinson at like the end 4th, start of 5 turn, I don't hate that, especially if he's a running back too. But also if you get an early tight end and a super flex, a receiver and a tight end, then Robinson has your running back 1 there in the 4th. I don't hate that as much either, because I think he could be a back-end running back 1, high-end running back 2 with Jacksonville.
And I wholeheartedly believe that take. I wholeheartedly actually believe that. I'm waiting for someone to piss me off, and that was actually a good take. For once, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys record that here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Toby did not have the take that pushed me over the edge. Raj,
We're not talking about Najee Harris tonight, so
fuck you.
Facts. So James Robinson, he's RB7 in PPR last year with like 290 touches. I don't think he's gonna come close to that touch amount. But so if you've already drafted and you had ETN, take the L, because people who are drafting James Robinson like the 7th and 8th, they're not wanting to give him up now. They're not going to trade him because they got insane value on him. So just fucking what Toby was saying, scrape the bottom of the barrel, take what you can get. If you're going to draft, don't overdraft him. I've seen him go as high as like the mid-2nd, which is fucking insane to me. And then like more like I guess like more realistically in the mid-3rd I've seen. But for me, I'm comfortable drafting him late 4th to mid-5th. So he can be a solid RB2. And with the guys that you're drafting there, I think he's going to get more volume than the other running backs in that draft area. But yeah, well, I forgot my ranking. I have him at RB17.
I like that. And what I like also about your take is that you frame that in an essence to where I could tell where you were talking about analyst leagues, like when you say like the 4 and 5. Right now that may be accurate, and of course that's going to change now that we have this news, and we'll probably mock a couple times this week and shit, figure it the fuck out. I mean, that's just what we do as analysts. We're DJs, right? But I like that you also broke down to home leagues where it's like, yeah, you're probably going to see that jump up to like the 2nd. So that's a very good take. For those of you that are competing in home leagues. But if you're listening to this show from like the analyst standpoint, that's a really good fucking take, because your home league is going to do some dumb shit that's not normally going to happen.
Robinson went 212 in my home league last night.
Yeah, and Raj, get that timestamp. Raj, get that timestamp for your take. We need that chopped up. We need that chopped up for home league for home league consumers. Not necessarily the analyst is watching. Tycoon, your go.
All right, so on the first episode of the Boardroom that you joined me on, we talked about this pre-injury. You came and stand Mr. Robinson.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Anybody
good
who
at that.
knows me knows I feel the same way about Travis Etienne. So I'm going to start just get better soon, Travis. And so as a person who has invested heavily in Etienne, I can say, well, the boys above me are right. You're probably in trouble, and you're scraping for just whatever is out there. So yeah, I actually do have a lot of geo for that reason. So good call, Toby.
And this is a great question that leads into later in our show, like following after halftime, where we're going to discuss some late round grabs. Excuse me, and maybe some of these late round guys that we talk about, maybe it will help you bounce back. Maybe during those takes we talk about some guys that may not be drafted, but you could put on your watch list at the very least and hit that watch button. So this is a really important episode right now, especially as we get closer to draft season, that you guys are really fucking getting. I see you. I see you paying Representative McLateral. Yep, Representative McLateral with fucking Herms. I see you. That was dope.
No, you're right, though, Robbie. Pay close attention to that segment when we get there if you drafted Etienne, because you're going to need it.
This episode is a very big note-taking kind of session. Like, drink, have fun. But please, guys that are watching this, guys, gals that are at home watching this, we're here to help you win fucking money. Please listen. Dan.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it is a bump to James Robinson. What we saw him did this past year was pretty much an unprecedented workload that you really don't see from today's running backs in the NFL. And with the new coaching regime in here being the Urban Meyer that nobody really wants to trust, I'm hard-pressed to believe that we're going to really see any type of
Go ahead, Dan. No, I'm just saying, Teo. We're not looking at J-Rob as a rookie. We're looking at J-Rob with optimism, brother. You know what? It's like a James Robinson article dropping from me. Fuck it. Go ahead and continue, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see James Robinson, really kind of double shock us again for a second year in the row and finish as a top 5, top 8 running back here in 2021. That would be awesome. We're still talking about what James Robinson did this past year, but as I mentioned, new regime coming in. Yes, Carlos Hyde is there, and at the very least going to be splitting touches, having the long-standing relationship with Urban Meyer himself being a former Buckeye. I am a huge James Robinson fan. I was able to capitalize on what he did this past year. And like I mentioned, I would love to see him really come out here and produce again. Carlos Hyde's getting up there in age. Yeah, they might bring somebody else in, but as of right now, there's really nobody. And I mean, Carlos Hyde, who is that at this point in his career? Probably nothing as far as a hurdle that I'm going to be concerned about as far as keeping James Robinson off the field. Game script is probably going to be in his favor. We saw he was serviceable in the passing game. While they may end up keeping Dare there as kind of a third down back, he's kind of shown us that's really all he offers. I think Robinson really is the 3-down package there in Jacksonville, and I just have to hope that Urban Meyer doesn't screw things up too poorly for the Jaguars here in 2021.
Urban liar. I like it. Yo, fucking Jay. I'm purposely now leaking this article to him and him only first. And then I was just so he could fucking punch the air and just like, fuck, Robbie's making points. Like here's the thing with Jay's comment, all right? He's a Vishka truther. So anything that can counteract Vishka, he's gonna be against. And Jay, I'll debate you. I don't care. Like, this is what we have the SportsMe app for. I will debate you on this on the SportsMe app, and I will fucking body you take after take after take, 30 seconds for 30 seconds. We can go. Like, if you want to debate this, if y'all want to see a fucking debate between Jay and I, Jay, you start the debate. I'll flip the fucking coin. I'll flip the coin right after halftime. We'll decide who starts off the battle. It's James Robinson season. It's James Robinson, bro. Like, come on.
I think you guys should just fight in a mud pool, but that's something that's different, I guess.
You would fucking like that.
What's the matter?
I gotta be careful. He's like, what's the matter? You know, hey, you know, who knows? I might like it. Fuck it.
That's some Rumboyz OnlyFans content, though.
Rum. The only Rum's content. Let's go. Promo code Rumballs. Brian, your take.
I want to start with you and Jay kind of talking about the James Robinson thing. I have James Robinson statted out at 252 touches on the air, which is pretty huge, but it's super inefficient. I'm a 4-1 carry and not scoring as much as somebody in that area is. He's my running back 22. Reason for this is their line is absolutely trash. We saw Trevor Lawrence get pounded on in that last preseason game, which we don't want to see. And the other thing, their defense is also trash, which means negative game scripts. So we're not going to see James Robinson throwing the ball. That's going to be that short passing game where it is listed showing up. So that's where my hesitation is with James Robinson. It's just he's solid, but his situation is not for him. For what you did, if you have Travis at the end, it depends how you drafted. Like I have him in 2 leagues. One or the draft night out where you hosted, and the other was the local one where I went modified 0 RB. When I got him as my RB3 or RB4, I'm working the waiver wires. If I took him early, that's when you're forced to make a trade. If he's your RB2, you might have to do a 1-for-2 deal to try to go from a higher end running back to maybe 2. Like that's where you open up the hole because you have to play it a little bit different. It's a lot off team build when it comes if you draft at the end. You're not screwed, but you got to figure out the right way to make up for it.
And to piggyback on that, if you're looking to trade, if you're looking to trade, if you're RB2,
what's the matter?
Myles Gaskin went down a lot in ADP. I think Myles Gaskin would be the perfect target for that.
He was part of my trade I made afterwards, which I'm not proud of the trade, so I ain't gonna say it on air. It was desperate times calling for desperate measures, but like he was one of the 2 running backs I got for it.
Yeah, and I want to pose a question to the panel. In Dynasty, are we selling ETN or are you holding?
Holding.
I've seen him sold a lot.
You got to know when to hold them, know when to hold them.
If you're selling, I'm buying.
Cam Akers.
Yeah, I'm buying.
I would have no ETN, so I would never be able to sell them.
Yeah, I don't have any ETN either, so.
Well, now's your chance. There you
I
go.
would probably buy him though. If someone
I'm trying to buy. Fucking Jordan is in this chat. He's in like
does one person want to take this question? Who's calling plays of Jackson, not Urban, right?
Isn't it Darrell Bevel, the offensive coordinator?
I think I do believe.
I think Bevel's calling the plays.
I do believe that it is Bevel. No, I thought it was Bevel.
Hey,
all right, Google.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know what I said.
I'm pretty sure it's Burrito Water is what it's going to be. That's fun kidding.
All righty, so let's go ahead. Let's get into halftime now. Ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate you guys showing with us for the first half of the show. We have a lot coming up on the second half. We do have a coin flip between G-Man Jay and I to where we are going to debate on SportsMe app. We're gonna coin flip to see who goes first on this debate. He thinks that Vishka is going to be more important following this injury than James Robinson. I feel the other way. We're going to flip a coin. We're going to see who starts that post first. Jay should have never fucking honestly stepped into this battleground with me, but because he's a good analyst, but I'm a damn good analyst as well. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get it in. I'm ready to battle. I'm ready to have some fun.
Do we have a line on this battle yet?
We can figure out the line during halftime. We can figure it out, however many points, that each person walks away with total. If y'all want to set a point total, we're probably gonna go take for take. But yo, Jay, you want the smoke? I'm ready for it, bro. I'm ready for it. Teo said y'all look thirsty, better hydrate. That's exactly what we're about to do now. Before we get into this brand new, this is an audio clip. We have a brand new track, freshly released. Shout out to my homie in the DMV. I actually played football with the homie. We were on the same team. Shout out to Clutch Packs holding it down. He's going to hit y'all with that. Oh, yeah. Also, we have a announcement from our sponsors over at Monkey Knife Fight. So make sure you all check that out. Pour a drink. You got time to go take a piss break. Pour a drink, take a piss break. Get ready. The second half of the show is about to get real intricate. Make sure everybody knows what's going down. But first things first, Clutch Packs. Oh, yeah. VA, 2 up, 2 down. Let's go, baby. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Got the racks on me, oh yeah. Got the pack on me, oh yeah. Got the strap on me, oh yeah. With a bad bro, oh yeah. Bitch act tough, oh yeah. Get them clapped up, oh yeah. Not about cash, no, I don't care. These suckers not getting no money. Fuck it, I'm up in the score. I don't gotta tell them, they know. Cause I already knew they would fall. So I don't feel bad for none of mine. They gon' try them backwards and on high. But they try to get me back, got me getting my baby. You say you gon' pull up. You say you gon' slide. I ain't say not one goddamn word. You gon' hear that 555. I gotta keep it emotional. Why they wanna see me down bad? You know when I up, I'ma cause a commotion. I know some people be thinking I'm joking, but all my real niggas ride with a pole. Say I'm on fire like an arsonist, high as an astronaut. You better know how I roll. Hey, you know I'm impatient. You better not stutter, cause you know I'm ready to go. You know I'm a hustler for better, my butter, and you know I stick to the code. How you my brother if you say I switch up the first time that I tell you no? Y'all not my brothers, y'all not my partners, y'all not my friends. They really just act like they really be working, we getting it in. I need like 10 for like one of my brothers, they 10 out of 10. I seen the hearse when they carried my brother, that shit made me sick. Plotting how to win again. You know I just smoke it, you know this shit dope, but I'm back on that shit again. Tables gonna turn like a whirlwind. My anger start making whirl in. Say you won't smoke, you must think it's a joke if you think we won't spend again. But you know I got the racks on me, oh yeah. Got the pack on me, oh yeah. Got the strap on me, oh yeah. With a bad bro, oh yeah. Bitch act tough, oh yeah. Get them clapped up, oh yeah. Not about cash, no, I don't care. These suckers not getting no money. Fuck it, I'm up in the score. I don't gotta tell them, they know. Cause I already knew they would fall. So I don't feel bad for none of mine. They gon' try to say I'm backwards and on high. But they tryna get me back, I been getting my paper. I been going fast tryna get this paper. I pop shit on all the case. Baby, eat it, then go crazy. Put me in my place, then tell me how it tastes. BK call me Bojay. Shit, I took the letter free, just sign that affidavit. I give lessons, I give pointers. Mark her down, gon' nail it in. I done hit like aliens. These hoes can't know my aliens. Make one time I say the bitch, I can't make adjustments. I be wanna have threesomes and need this shit, they live. She better eat that dick, no mumbling. Smack that shit out morning, I'm accomplishing. What I wanna do to her, I'm garnishing. Turn her like a tournament. Final, so I gotta win. Bitches, they be talking, I be talking about my wins and wins. Got the racks on me, oh yeah. Got the pack on me, oh yeah. Got the strap on me, oh yeah. With a bad bro, oh yeah. Bitch act tough, oh yeah. Get them clapped up, oh yeah. Not about cash, no, I don't care. These suckers not getting no money. Fuck it, I'm up in the score. I don't gotta tell them, they know. Cause I already knew they would fall. So I don't feel bad for none of mine. They gon' try to say I'm backwards and on high. But they tryna get me back, I been getting my baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
New music from our homie, a friend of the show, Clutch Packs, with that. Oh, yeah, he definitely killed it on that track. Let's go ahead and get into a word from our sponsors over at monkeyknifefight.com. Let's get into it. Promo code Rumboyz, dilly.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And Monkey Knife Fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey Knife Fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight. You are Monkey Knife Fight. We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a Monkey Knife Fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the One Team and NFLPA family.
Monkey Knife Fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife.
Monkey Knife Fight, 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 Monkey Knife Fight. Dude, I got really good at that. Dude,
You have, dude.
like, see, like time, over time, it improves. It improves. It started off as a very challenging tongue twister, but now, hey, really.
Monkey Knife Fight, 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 Monkey Knife Fight.
Imagine doing something and getting better over time. Almost like players could do that.
Well, I'd never.
You mean like Drew Lock?
Oh, well, there are exceptions to every rule. There are exceptions to every rule.
Well, I was thinking of more when people were bashing on like Jalen Reagor and like these other guys that just didn't have a good season last year. They're like, they're terrible at football. I'm like, he's 21. Like it's
oh yeah, because like whenever it happens for rookie players, I'm just like, okay, dude, like unless the performance was so dreadful, it's like painfully obvious that like everybody in the world would agree. It's just like
quits at the halftime, like Vontae Davis.
Dude, and like fuck it, like
I don't know, that's like, such a dope move. I kind of love that. Retiring at halftime.
That shit was pretty dope though. Honestly, like
that dude did not give a shit.
Yeah, he was just like, fuck this, I'm out. Like, you know, I don't blame him.
Fuck your IDP.
No one had his ass on IDP.
If you grab him an IDP, you might as well just donate.
You might as well retire at halftime too. Yeah. But yeah, you're right, Herb. It's like I don't get it. People think like, especially like the Steelers O-line too, that kind of shit. Like these guys can get better, man. Like relax.
Yeah. I think the thing that really pissed me off the most in that regard was the people. Hey, no, we're rushing right by that. But like and like we talked about it on the show before, especially the people that were just like, like we didn't even see Tua for a full season before people were like, oh, no, Tua Tagovailoa dust. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? When did we just like? Yeah, it's like never mind. He came off of the fucking Bo Jackson surgery for fuck's sake. It's like, oh yeah, well, it didn't go well for 8 games, so he's the worst. Like, okay, sure, whatever. Like, fine.
It was out of scheme. He played out of scheme because that's the scheme they made was for Fitzpatrick. Yeah. He was coming off a crazy injury. They had no receivers. It was a shit show. And then I remember like hearing it. Oh, they should trade away Tua. They should trade away Xavier Howard. They should trade away 2 first-rounders. And they're like, get Deshaun Watson. And I'm like, good thing the NFL does not listen to people because it would look really stupid right now if they did that.
Yeah, dude, and especially because like that one class with like fucking like Baker Mayfield, all them or whatever. It's just like after the first year it would have been like, oh well, the best one's Baker Mayfield. After the second year it was like, oh, the best one's Lamar Jackson. Now all of a sudden the best one's
Is everyone back and ready?
Things change. I don't know.
Everyone back and ready. Everyone back and ready.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Y'all good? All right. Let's go ahead and silence the background noise. There we go.
Very good.
There we go. I think that we may have lost one from the appearance of it.
Oh, yeah. Dan had to leave.
Dan said he had to bounce.
I'll that in the private chat.
All righty. Hey, let's do this. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, yo, y'all know the drill. Now's the time where we really start to have a lot of fun. The show gets really fun. Y'all ready? Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
No, 1 second.
Rainbow up, rainbow up, rainbow up, rainbow up, rainbow up, rainbow up,
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the
lion sleeps tonight.
Tonight.
I'm too sober.
I don't think Ryan Tycoon are ready for that.
Gotta bust out the kazoo for the second half.
It's still early.
I have a good feeling Tycoon and Ryan are never coming back.
I love that song. What are you talking about?
Bro, that was great. That was fucking. I don't know why we just did that. He was like, Robbie, shut your scratchy ass voice up. Ours continue because it sounds beautiful. Oh, fuck.
Maybe to close out the show. We'll see.
Going to the waiver wire following a draft, it's like sneaking back to dinner dinners. It's leftovers. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Damn it, just unplug my computer. Wait for me. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get back into the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rumboyz After Dark. You are tuned in here to Rumboyz After Dark. You got to witness our just shenanigans.
In case it wasn't obvious, welcome back to Rumboyz After Dark.
Right? Exactly. In case it wasn't obvious. All right. So trades are a big part of fantasy football. In many ways, this is actually how you win your league. Some people will say that the very low percentage will say that you win it at your draft, but let's face it, you got to trade, you got to make moves, you got to be that guy, you know? With that being said, and with that being stated, what advice do you have for managers whenever they are going through and submitting a trade proposal? Like, I feel like that wording is super. I feel like that wording is like everything.
Yeah.
Herms?
I mean, okay, so first and foremost, this idea that you have to win the trade. No, your primary objective is to make your team better. That is the only objective that you really need to have as a fantasy manager. Yeah, like, so just like, you know, because like, yeah, you can make a trade that, like, you know, you'll make a poll on Twitter and it'll be like, oh my God, would you give up all that? It's like, it's all done in isolation. Okay. It's just like everything is in the context of what is on your team and what is on the other person's team. Even if it looks bad in isolation.
Someone give me a report. Someone give me a report on that. Someone give me a report on that really quick. I need that now.
He left with a knee injury, but there's no reports back on like MRIs or anything.
Either way, you know, just like there have been times where, you know, it's just like, you know, you'll show people the screenshot and it's just like, oh, why'd you make that deal? And then you show them the rest of your team and it's like, oh, well, it actually makes a lot of sense. So it's just like, yeah, like, don't worry about, you know, like, consult a trade calculator, do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, do your thing. I don't think those are bad ideas, whatever. But ultimately, don't feel like you have to win the trade, because if you're offering up, it's just like, you know, like I saw, shout out the homie Jake Trowbridge. He made that video or whatever where it's just like he's sitting there with the sandwich and it's just
the highlighter.
It's like the highlighters and the baby powder. It's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? Just like you can you know, like you can put together like a package of like loose ass shit. It's like, well, in terms of pure value, it's like it's whatever. But like, I don't know if you're gonna offer somebody like a, you know, pack of saltine crackers and 3 grapes in exchange for a sandwich.
Is G-Man J still in the chat? Like, I'm ready to flip this coin too, just so we all know.
He's hanging out with Shane tonight, so I don't know.
I doubt it.
Oh fuck! Oh
they're
god!
They're fucking around. Who knows?
Yeah, they're out doing DJ and shit.
You have two Oompa Loompas walking around wherever they are.
They're betting on
fuck!
They're betting on marble races.
Fucking marble races! Oh god.
Hey, leave my marble racing alone.
Bro, marble racing's fun as hell.
It was.
What are you talking about?
That show's great.
When we pulled that shit up, we were trying to bet on it on air, and Robbie paused the video, and we all got mad.
I full heartedly no.
We still don't know who won.
I still believe Yellow won that, even though I never watched the video.
Either way, don't try to win. Try to make your team better.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you. Just
yeah. Once again, I got nothing to say after what Herms just said. That's just a fact of the matter. You trade to win. There isn't a trophy for how many trades it looked like you won. I have not seen that one yet. That'd be pretty hilarious. Like it's the stockbroker, like fucking trophy. Like, oh, it looks like you won on value.
Trophy smack.
We have
Take
a
note.
question. Hold on. We have a question for one panelist. Herms, would you like to address your chat?
What do you do when someone said you? Well, I mean, like I said, it's a fair starting point. Honestly, there's a reason they exist. If you're looking for, like I don't think it's like again, there's a reason they exist. I don't think it's ridiculous to do something like that. But like, if you're going to adhere strictly to what a calculator says, and it's just like that's probably a bad idea. But like, it really depends on the intent behind the person sending it. Where it's just like, well, this says it's fair, and I'm not going to budge. It's like, okay, well then just stop negotiating, move on, find something else. But it's complicated, but I don't know, whatever. That I think I made sense. So yeah. Ugh.
If they send you a trade calculator screenshot, then you send them a dick pic. Is what I would say.
Just send them a picture.
Because if they have to send that to you, then that trade wasn't that good. Like if I have either I see your trade and go, well, that looks good. We can maybe maneuver, or
I'm so happy you rebounded yourself from this.
But like it's just so ridiculous. Like you have to. Like there's no fucking way for that to work. Because that's a weird way of convincing you. That's like if I ask a girl out and I send my photo and I'm like, oh yeah, but I also have a big checking account. Like that's how I'm convincing her is that way.
No, I mean, like if it's like if the first piece of the negotiation is just like, hey, I ran this through a trade calculator. Here's what here's my initial offer. What do you think? Then it's like, okay, whatever, you can go from there. But if you're already in the process of it and then it's like, well, this says, well, then yeah, like it depends on where you're at in the negotiation. To be fair, but like I mean, like if you're just coming out swinging, just like, see, well, then it's like, okay, well, then, yeah, that's probably a bad sign.
Really quick. I do want to announce that tonight's Rumboyz Fantasy Network graphic, of course, there'll be some adjustments made to it, will be up for auction, so stay tuned for that as well. We are asking, as you see in the ticker below, we're not asking, more so it's like you are fucking subscribed to the goddamn Rumboyz, so support the Rumboyz. We're doing a draft call, damn it. How often do you get to talk to someone that does this every day? How often do you get to have that personalized Zoom call where I'm not breaking down just you, I'm breaking down your fucking league
and your life choices.
But I'm gonna also keep it real with you. Like I'm gonna keep it real with you. Right now we had $10.50. Y'all see the ticker below. The link is in the description section on the YouTube. Yo, them kids need you. St. Jude's needs you. Go ahead and hit that fucking link in the description, and let's show some fucking love. Like, there's no reason why I should be able to sit here, have a good time, host a show, have my homies here with me, fucking appreciate these motherfuckers and love these motherfuckers, and for us to not take our time really quick and do something good. We got 2 bids right now. We got 2 bids. You can bid 50 cents. You bid 25 cents. You can bid a little bit. But these kids need you. Straight up. And I was looking at the ticker, scrolling at the bottom, and I was just like, nah, bro, like, we need to talk. We need to talk. Mike, your take, bro.
Don't be
Sorry.
afraid. No, yeah. Don't be afraid to go get your guy. Even some people, like Herm said, you have to win the trade. But there's also people that are afraid to get their guy if they're going to lose it too much. But the other thing that I've heard other people say, especially in Dynasty, is don't worry. Well, this is Dynasty. Don't worry about losing draft picks in the future if it's going to get you somewhere now. Use those draft picks as currency, and you can always try to trade to get – if you want draft picks later, you can always try to trade those again. So don't worry about using draft picks as currency if you have to get somewhere now.
Yeah, and for Toby in the private chat, no, that's just me. That's just me. I bet you somebody donate though. I bet you somebody drops off this stream right now to go donate. I bet you.
St. Pat's doing it right now. Maybe.
Saint Pat is a fucking Twitter legend.
I just thought it was a funny joke.
We don't question the great Saint Pat. No, it was a great joke. Oh, bro, that was a great fucking joke. Come on. It's your take, though.
Yeah, we're talking about trades. So in redraft trades to me are all like perceptual.
You said I am not.
in redraft trades are like perception on players to me, because I can send a trade for a player and then that person message me back, say, why do you want this person so bad? And if somebody asks me why I want them so bad, I'm probably not going to respond because they think I know more than they do. So if it gets to that level, but trades do make your season. If you're not trying to trade, if you're not working the wire, you don't win at the draft because players aren't going to pan out, stuff like that. Your late round guys aren't going to be superstars like you, or studs like you want, like we all want them to be. Your sleepers aren't going to be studs. So you have to make trades from here and there. Injuries are going to happen. If you're not working the wire, if you're not making trades, then you're probably not going to win.
Exactly. Ayo, really quick. Ayo, everyone that's in the chat, I want to know your favorite football team. We have a take. And we have some shit coming up later. That's not fantasy related. We're going to talk real fucking football. I want to know everyone's fucking football team. All right? Go ahead, Raji.
I'm a firm believer in DMing the dude before you even send an offer. It's like, yo, what do you want for this guy? What kind of value you're looking for? Fucking look at my roster, send an offer, or if he wants me to send an offer. I usually don't like sending the first offer. I like DMing him first and be like, yo, what do you want type of thing? Because I'm one of those people that's, I guess, nervous of overvaluing and getting fleeced, basically. Even though, like you guys said, get your guy type of thing. But I think you also don't want to give up too much. Like, you never want to give up too much. So I think if, you always got to DM the guy first and then work it out in the DMs instead of sending trade offers back and forth. That's about all I got to say.
What about that?
No, I agree with that. Some guys don't really like the DM route, but I'm with you. I've had a lot more success kind of conversing with people before and just to get an idea. Because if you send a trade to somebody that they look at as ridiculous in a sense, I mean, that can kill negotiations right from the jump.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's why I like to do that. Not just to, and also to protect yourself from potentially overpaying if you don't have to. But the two things, and really basic things that I
keep the conversation flowing.
The most basic principles, though, that I follow when it comes to trading is, number one, just like in your draft, when it comes to trades, know your league, know your league mates, have an idea of how they value players. You should have a pretty good idea based on how your draft went. For the most part, we play in leagues with people we know to a degree, so use that to your advantage. And number two, send trades that are mutually beneficial. Don't try to win the trade, as was already discussed. Don't try to get one over on anybody. That doesn't do any good. And if you do pull it off, you're going to have 10 other people in your league all pissed off in your chat. So just send something that makes sense, helps to improve both teams, obviously the priority being yours, and you'll have a lot more success. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, a lot of what Herm started with, where you're not afraid to lose the trade, and then Mike kind of mentioned the draft picks to go on top of that. The other thing is I churn the bottom, especially in Dynasty, the bottom 20 to 30% of my roster anyways, moving bench spots. If I see a guy who I may play but don't really want to, they're a hugely tradable asset. And if it's a bottom of the roster guy and you're trying to get a deal done, throw them in. Like, if it's a guy you don't think is going to be an RB2 wide receiver 2 or better, who cares? Get rid of them. Move them in, get that best player in the trade. Like, don't be afraid to give up a little bit more to get there. Just give them that nudge. And if your team's good, you may have the assets to do it. Because if the guy's a scrub on your team, it doesn't mean he's not helpful for somebody else.
That's a damn good take, Ryan. I mean, just because he ain't good for you doesn't mean that he can't be good for somebody else. It's all about roster assessment. So one of my biggest things that I'm trying to teach right now is you can have roster construction nailed down at the draft, right? or roster assessment post is a big. It's kind of one of those things that people don't want to really acknowledge. Okay, how can I make this team better? So, like, if I'm in a home league, right, and I use this example a lot, and I draft Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon ends up falling to me, right, and I end up getting him just because of fucking whatever value, right?
But you like him, yeah.
League,
we know you like Joe Mixon.
No, there's such a fucking you're right. Oh, you're so right. No bullshit. They're not right.
Hey,
right,
Raj, can you save that, please? Can you clip that?
I got you. Put that 141.
He loves.
Yo, you're a dick.
Fucking loves it.
You're a dick. Fuck you, Raj. Hey, that's a good assignment. He said, love you, boss. I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my staff. They're great. I love them. All right. So, like, for real though, like, I wouldn't do it. So what I do is when I draft someone that I know that I don't want, like, let's say like just value just slips, like I'm in a position and I have to do it, especially in the home league where they know you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy you a beer. Your wings are on me. Depending on what type of draft this may be, a dance may be on you or maybe on me. And I'm going to take care of you because Joe Mixon's ended up on your motherfucking roster.
Collusion.
What? Herms, what? Little bro. What?
Sometimes, but like, hey,
what?
Sometimes, you got to butter people up a little bit. I get it. I understand. It's not. And plus, like, and like to the point, like that you were, even like just expanding on like.
Hold on, it's not collusion. Oh, wait. If you buy your homie a dance for a draft pick, it's not collusion.
That's collusion.
Yeah, Robbie,
Ryan, have you been? No, Ryan. No, Ryan is Ryan.
What?
Help me. I was hoping that you help me on this.
I
hold on. Wait.
Am I saying you offered me these things? You offered me these things, especially the dance? I'd say no. And it might push the trade. Yeah, but is it really fair in fantasy football?
Listen,
it depends who sees.
All right, do we all know who Chrissy Mack is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how don't
Chrissy
you?
Mack? Look, Chrissy Mack was here in Colorado. This is a real fantasy football story. She was here at a club here in Colorado Springs called Deja Vu back in 2018 when I first started my company. My company started off of me making fun of my home leagues. I'm going to leave this fucking collusion comment up because a bucket of God damn it. The chat's about to hate me. The chat's about to fucking hate me. Oh, God, the chat's about to hate me. My homie, all right, so we had a draft day. We got done with the draft. I was out with my ex at the time, right? And we were just going grocery shopping. Me and my ex, we were going grocery shopping. Like, we were like a real like couple. Like, we were doing like the couple shit, right? And he calls me to the grocery store and he's like, hey, do you want to come to the club tonight? This person is going to be here. And it was Chrissy Mack. So when she got on stage, I told him this is during Derrick Henry's breakout season. I kind of already saw this is happening. I was like, this is a thing. Like you need to send me a trade for Derrick Henry. I'm not going to lie. I won the league off of a lap dance.
Well, yeah, I'd give you freaking Zach Moss for Christian McCaffrey there. Like, let's be real.
So, but is it collusion or not? Like, I had his favorite beer is Yingling. I shipped out a 6-pack of Yingling. I got him a dance with Chrissy Mack. I don't think this is a collusion. I think that I'm a good friend.
No, I think that is, but if it's like an add-on, then it's not as bad. Like I've had multiple deals where I give him a bottle or some shit as a trade piece. But if it's like the main,
No, if you give me a bottle for a trade, I'm making the trade.
No, but then if the lap dance, that was the main piece of the trade, right? Then that's collusion. But if it's an add-on, then no. If it's an add-on, then then it's not a big deal.
Christy Mack was the big.
It wasn't it, and so there were there were no players included. I was like, I'm giving you this, and you're fucking gonna drop Derrick Henry, and I'm gonna get him because I'm the lowest in waivers. And okay, all right, it's collusion.
Yeah, or my home league commissioner lives pretty close to a Little Caesars, and every now and then it'll be just I really want to, but I'm not quite sure. It's just next Sunday when we come over so next Sunday when I come over to watch the games, I'll buy the pizza. You know what I mean? Just throw it there on, just throw it on at the end. Just throw it out at the end. You're fine. Just
get into semantics. It's a bride, not collusion.
Yeah. Hold on.
You're nudging it over the edge. It's fine.
One day. So right now. So this is the first time in the Rumboyz' whole career where Robbie is able to be Robbie. We're I'm single Robbie. Draft night out is gonna be in Miami. Okay.
Robbie's making trades in Miami, guys. That's what he's about
for Labor Day weekend. All I'm saying, look, this shit is hard. This shit sucks. If you don't give yourself a break, you're gonna hurt.
Oh my god.
College school is my break from this. So.
No, listen, I'm 30. I'm in my prime, motherfucker. I'm in my prime. I can't wait. Draft night out, Miami. A bunch of fantasy analysts doing our thing and being superstars for a fucking weekend.
If you get a dance, guys, if you get a dance in Miami, expect a trade in your inbox.
Are we having free leagues together?
Bro, wait, Brian, you're in the league with me?
No, I don't think so.
Oh God! Okay, you just scared the fuck out of me. I just said too much shit on air. It was oh wait, Rob. What? All right. So let's keep it. Hey, hold on. You drank too much. We gotta sing it, fellas. Y'all ready? I've been drinking on the Rumboyz stream. I've been popping. I've been rolling. Let's go.
I don't know.
Hey, if you are on the Rumboyz stream, you are now officially drunken motherfucking love with this whole stream, with this whole panel, with this whole podcast. Drunken love. Whose take is it? I don't even know.
We're at next topic.
No, next topic.
We're at the next topic.
Okay, yeah, we are. Late RBs or whatever.
It is late RBs, and I'm afraid for y'all to discuss this because we start off with Ryan. And hold on. Ryan does nail late rounders pretty fucking well. All right. We're all about helping people win cash and trophies. But for real, running back is super needed. Ryan, we start off with you. That late round shit. What are we talking?
So, with the late round shit, I'm looking for a running back who's going to fit in the starter's role and be able to do 80% of what they do. And they're in a backfield with a starter who may not
be fucking safe pack.
True. Fucking true. Oh, God, shit, man.
It's bulletproof logic. You can't argue that.
He makes a good point.
That's a clip. That's a whole ass clip.
Oh, my God.
All right. Continue, Ryan.
Wow, what the fuck was I? So I'm looking for a running back who can fill the very similar role, has a similar skill set, and has a running back who may get beat up a lot. And that's why I'm looking at Kenneth Gainwell. He does all the same things that Miles Sanders does. He makes guys, you're welcome, miss the open field. He catches the ball in the backfield. And I know Jordan Howard, Boston Scott are there, but guess what? Those guys are the same player. They're 3 downs 3 yards, fall down forward. Like, that's their job. These guys are created to make plays in space. And Gainwell can do it, maybe not as well as Miles Sanders, but it could be a mid-level RB2 if he gets that job, if he goes down. So that's a bet I'm willing to take.
Okay. I'm going to analyze that shit for a hot second. I don't know how I feel about your take, right?
Oh, yeah. In the last preseason game, I'll tell you that. He's the only thing that looked good against the Patriots.
I mean, he catches the ball well.
Yeah,
They have nice uniforms.
He can break big plays.
They got a nice uniform. I mean, hold on. So I've been taking Damian Harris as of last week and a half, and everyone's been pissed at me.
Is that late?
I'm not pissed at you. I was pissed
Damian
at you
Harris
last
like
night when we
9th
read them
round.
off.
I don't think that's late.
Ninth round is okay. All right.
I was thinking like 14.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking like late.
Yeah,
like,
like
Miles
much
Sanders
later,
is
yeah.
damn near free.
Yeah, I was going to go real late, too, with him. I thought that's
Ryan, you have a question.
Hey, can we not
No.
talk about the guy that was in my head?
Like, can I just like be easy and say no? Like, it's going to be Rojo, then Fournette, then Ham. Yes, Brady likes to dump off the running backs in the past when he was in New England, but guess what? Bruce Arians doesn't want him doing that. Bruce Arians wants him taking shots downfield. So I think the days of him getting 50 targets are done, even if there's injury to a running back.
Do we think Gio is the 2-minute running back, though? Like, hurry up.
Lenny, is it not?
There's a decent chance.
How often is
I think what we saw from Lenny last year in the pass catching sense is because they didn't have a third guy to pass catch.
Yeah,
They
but
brought in
I
Gio.
agree.
if he is, but like that's game script, and how often are the Bucs?
I get that. And I don't think they believe in Rojo to catch the ball yet.
No, they don't. You're right. He probably is that, but
Rojo's the truth. Hold on, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Oh God! All right, we just opened.
I mean, it's always Rojo to the moon, but I
love Rojo.
Coming from a football standpoint, I don't think that Arians believes in him catching the ball on third down. But I don't think you want Fournette there either.
Tycoon. I just think they're dumping off to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I went
No.
real late too, so I wasn't even thinking of guys who have a shot to fill in with 80% of a role or legitimate handcuffs here. I was thinking more like Ty Johnson. Why? Yeah, going late, and it's more just about ambiguity and lack of belief in everybody that is in that backfield to begin with. I mean, Michael Carter's a rookie. A lot of people like him.
Here's my favorite take.
I mean, Michael Carter, sure. Tevin Coleman, we all know who Tevin Coleman is. LaMichael P. Ryan, again, we know who he is. And to a degree, it feels like we know what Ty Johnson even is. I don't even necessarily think he is the best in that backfield, but I do think he may be relied on just as much as any of them, and he is practically free. You can get him, near the last round of your draft, depending on how deep your degenerate ass goes.
All of us are defense here.
We absolutely are. So yeah, you just keep an eye out for him. I think as exciting as Zach Wilson is, who I actually like a lot, has a ridiculous arm, and they're going to be playing from behind a lot. I still think Saleh's going to look to run the ball quite a bit, and I think Ty Johnson will benefit from that. He's not going to be a league winner. He's not going to do anything amazing for you, but what he is going to be when all your running backs get injured and that whole situation goes to hell is a tremendous fill-in to make the best of what you got. And at a price of free, fantastic. You'll take those, 6 to 8 points a week.
Okay. We would get into Raj, but he's doing something.
He said his camera died. So
did his camera die, or was that legal drinking age in Canada getting to him?
Ooh.
Fuck, hold on.
we can hear you.
Shit, 1 sec. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, god damn, you can see my mess of a room. Hold up. This is a wider camera. Okay.
I think you should put the camera down.
I can if you want. After the show.
Only rum.
Balls. I'm down.
Okay.
Hers is gonna get off. He's like, I'm done. I'm out of here.
I'm not gonna steal people's players. There's a certain guy in Houston that someone's gonna mention. Maybe someone in Seattle. No names.
Damn
But I got Chris Evans as my sleeper in Cincinnati. Gio left. He was a pass catching back. Joe Mixon can't stay healthy. And also fuck the Bungles. But Chris Evans, that's my boy. Go blue. And I think he's been showing out in camp and in preseason. So I think he can be he's not even gonna be a late round guy, he's gonna be a waiver guy. If you ask me. He's outside the top 50 or top 150 or whatever. So yeah, grab him on the waiver. That's about it. Although I guess I didn't really answer the question because I'm supposed to be going for late round guys, right? But whatever.
Answer the question.
I mean,
you can take him in the late round if you want.
You can take him in the last round. You can take him in the last round.
Stop.
Nothing's stopping you. Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm gonna go down to Atlanta with running back sleepers, and I'm gonna take Quadri Allison, just because Mike Davis is 29 now, so
I freaking love that.
He could get banged up, and I think he's being underdrafted. I know he's not gonna bump up in ADP, but he was even the first one on the field in their last preseason game, and we'll see more of a dress-up game this week and see how much he's involved. But I don't see him as getting the pass-catching work, but I can see him getting first down, second down, and taking 30 to 40% of the carries in Atlanta, because I don't think Mike Davis is going to get every carry out there. And we saw Mike Davis falter off in Carolina last season, so now we have 17 games, so he could be a running back to fill in on a bye week for you, and you're taking him with your last pick, second to last pick, or whatever. So I think Quadri Allison is a buy right now.
Mike.
There's one that I think someone else is going to say, and I've been talking about him all offseason, so I'm going to go somewhere else, and I'm going to go Ramondre Stevenson. I know it's rookie hype, but I really think that he's going to play that LeGarrette Blount role, and I know they have Cam, but I think he's going to steal some goal line work, and if Damian goes down, he's going to take over and not let the job back.
Okay. Pang.
I've been beating this fucking guy for a minute now. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but just because his value was so good at one point and now went up 50 ADP spots. Philip Lindsay. I just feel like it's going to be gross. I get it. It's going to be fucking ugly. But the dude is young. He has bursts. He has the energy. He's strong in between the tackles, even though he's 5'1", with heels on. It's but he gets there. He does what he needs to do. And he's the only one I think, outside of injuries, could go and put a James Robinson type thing where he just puts up yards because they have nothing else to do and they just run the ball down people's throats. And I think that's going to be the pick for me. He went up 50 ADP spots, but he's still going undrafted, and he's the starter. He's going to be the clear starter. If you're in best ball or anything else, maybe take a shot on David Johnson if you think they're going to fall behind, because David Johnson is a good pass catcher. He might go 7 catches for 70 yards, and then you just win that week on your flex because that's how life works sometimes. So those two,
yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Herms?
It was going so well, because whenever there are topics like this and we try to not repeat names, I'm always really nervous about what's going to happen by the time it finally gets back to me. And I was close. I was very close. But I was going to say Philip Lindsay. But just for context, though, let's
do cool to each other.
To reiterate that point, I have 4 for 4 ADP in front of me right now. He's the RB 46 going 1208. Overall in 12-team league drafts. I have him as my RB 31. I think it's just really important to reiterate that shit. It's he's the fucking starter. Do your thing, blah blah. So if I'm gonna go and pick a name that I'm less passionate about, I'll still pick a good one because obviously I don't just want to say something for the sake of saying something. Gus Edwards. It's a guy that we've talked about a lot as a community, as it were. RB 42. Only a few spots above him. ADP of 1102 in 12-team leagues, so it's not super late, but it's still a name that you pick at the end of your draft to be a depth piece for running back. And every year of his career thus far, he's hit 700 rushing yards. You know what I mean? He does not always have a consistent thing going on, but for the most part, it's he gets the job done whenever they're, fuck. And especially, dude, think about it. If anything ever happened to J.K. Dobbins, God forbid, not that anybody, of course, nobody's rooting for injury. That would be awful. I hope it would never have to be this way. But if we're looking for people that, if something happens to the starter, they immediately come in and it's just wow. boom. That's Gus Edwards, honestly. Because for as much as we talk about people like Alexander Madison and Chuba Hubbard and like all those other guys, like the guy that I think fills in the best for the starter, like per the team's scheme and style.
Justin Jackson.
That's hey. Right. Yeah, the Chargers thing. Fuck, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Gus Edwards would be absolutely. He has standalone value, but especially if something were to happen, to the moon.
Teo, what I would say in that Chargers situation, Kelly. That's just the train that I'm riding on.
They're on their depth chart. Jackson is a 2. Kelly's a 3.
I know they have him as a 2. I know
neither looked good in Eckler's absence last year, so it's a coin flip, basically.
It's that whole situation is fucked, and we're probably going to break down a lot of Chargers analysis while we can before the season kicks.
Yeah. Ask us again ahead of week 3. We'll have a better idea. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah, that one's tough. That one is tough. I don't even want to take that on air live.
But
what I will say is Marlon Mack. I think if you get return to the Mack, like Herm just starts spitting right there. Listen, like this man is going to fall into the end zone. I still don't believe in Jonathan Taylor like that. I know that Frank Wright is going to run multiple backs. If I'm on a bye week, Mack is probably who I'm going to toss in, and I'm going to be like, all right, let's just see what you do. Like, if I'm going to roll a dice that week, I mean, we don't know. Like, I'm going to be doing daily analysis every day. Like I'm going to be doing lives, like, every single fucking day. So things are going to change. News are going to change. But, like, as of right now, I think that Marlon Mack should be someone that people should roster and people should grasp. And Jamal Williams.
I wanted to throw in Jamal Williams because Swift's been hurt last year, and Swift's already dealing with stuff this year, and he's shown he can do it in the pass game, running game in Green Bay with Aaron Jones there. He's had a role. So give him full range, and he's a high running back too. So I think Jamal Williams is another name that's going too late. I think he, just like Gus Edwards, he challenges those Pollards and Madisons and Hubbards for top handcuff this year.
Okay, let's try and make this one. Let's try and make the next few, kind of just roll. Pick a fantasy football team name that has been one of the most fun. Excuse me. Picking a fantasy football team has been one of the most fun traditions in playing the game. What is the most unique fantasy football team name that you have heard or seen in one of your leagues? And we start with Herms.
So, at least for me, every year in my home league, I just like to use like off the wall
that's a good one.
References rather than trying to make football related puns. So last year, my team in my home league was named after the character Skeeter from Nickelodeon's Doug. I went with the Skeeter. That was my team's name. And then the year before, it was Tom Selleck's chest hair.
Yo.
And then before that, it was just like a bunch of shit like that. Like, oh fuck, what's that? Milton's red swing line stapler. Shout out Office Space, great movie. I just do weird shit like that. Like I'm just a weird guy, and also like a former like NXT wrestler, Punishment Martinez. Like that's also been a team name of mine, where it's just my team is Punishment Martinez. I think he's with WWE now. I think he is under some other different name, but yeah, I don't know. I just go with like just weird ass shit. Like one of my teams is now the Ancient Hawaiians, and my logo is just Tito from Rocket Power. Like I don't know. I just pick dumb shit. I don't know.
It's too late to say Amari.
Yeah.
I actually suck at making team names. I really do. Like I had Darren Waller last year, so I call myself the like Wallin' Out, things like that. Just like really bad team names.
Balling out is a good one. Balling out is a good one.
But my buddies had good ones, like the Girly Guys from when they had Todd Gurley was a pretty popular one. And
That was cool.
Wingardium Le'Veon Bell was my buddies. I thought that shit was pretty funny. That was a pretty funny one. I thought that was like,
awesome.
I was like, what the fuck is that? It was just good shit. Yeah, I try to make team
Hank
names.
has puns.
You know, I got like Sutton About Mary, but I think I'm too old for that now. People don't really get that joke. So like, just like what it is.
Hail Mary.
Sutton
Also,
About
if
Mary.
your team name is something like "Show me your TDs," you need to evolve your sense of humor. I'm just
yeah, yo,
I've
yeah,
seen that. You just, like,
That's the
If
worst.
you are
it
still
seems
using show me your TDs, get the fuck out of my league.
yes,
I have
I know someone who
like
uses that. I know someone who uses that every
I
year.
know at least like 24 people that have done that, and it's
The
just
only
like,
way that you can
move
keep
on.
the only way that you can
Move
keep the
on.
same team nickname is if you are constantly winning. Like if you're constantly winning, like if you're still winning with 2 girlies in 1 cup, okay, that's fine. Like
That's actually kind of funny though. Actually,
Girlies One Cup I like.
That's a classic though.
When they're on the same
Yeah.
team.
that's a classic. Yeah.
Also, the Aaron Hernandez one that I will not say.
Is that wait? If that's your team name, you probably say, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
He knew I wasn't gonna say it too, so like that's what made it better.
That
Like,
Venn
he's like-
diagram is one circle. Just
oh my fucking god.
All
All right, so
Yep. Mike.
two cups, 1 girly.
No, I'm bringing back both my sisters, just so everyone knows. I'm saying that live right here. I'm bringing back both my sisters. Y'all are fucked.
Another one my buddy used last year was Kamara at me, bro.
Oh,
That's really good.
I like that one.
pretty good.
Oh.
I had Kenyon Drake, so I used Wake and Drake.
Yeah.
And
not bad. Not bad.
and then there's a girl in one of my leagues, and her name is Debbie Does Dallas.
Oh, I get it. That's funny.
Okay. We got
Go,
some
Tom.
good ones.
All right, so I got one of my home leagues. My name's Golden Taint.
That one's a classic. That one's a classic. I like
That's a
that.
classic. And then
I never heard that one. That was new for me. That was new as fuck.
for my other league, there's a backstory to it. So we're at McDonald's like 2-3 a.m. and we're all cutting up laughing, and the worker comes up to us and asks us if we had the munchies because we ordered a shit ton of food. And so I changed my name in the fantasy that year to "You Got the Funchies," like Devin Funches.
Oh,
You got the
Like
Funchies.
Honey Funches of Oats. That was
Yeah.
another good one.
I see. I heard that one.
So I have that one too. But I usually stay with the classic. Like I came from when I played high school ball, I came from a wing tee offense. So I usually stay with my name's wing tee offense, and I just keep winning. So wing tee offense stays.
If it ain't broke.
Yeah.
Don't fix it.
If you win, don't change your name because you gotta be superstitious like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Anytime my
Josh,
team has
Josh.
needed a comeback, I always just change it to Punishment Martinez. Just yeah, just
Okay, so
5-0 season. Let's go.
If someone says bye week, don't change your name to bye week. That's the ultimate like get out of the league. Like don't do that. Like
Jags and drag. Oh fuck. Oh shit. No.
Okay.
No. We.
So I am a huge advocate for R-rated fantasy names.
Same.
One year, come so much I fill up rivers.
Yeah.
And I had, like, 30 kids.
Oh my gosh.
Classic
That's a
ones.
good one.
Sutton my chub. Cream in my pants. Greg the third leg.
Raiders are legs have always been a good one.
it hurts when I pee.
It
Yeah,
hurts when
that's
I
a-
pee.
that's a-
My
that's a classic,
Balzac
yeah.
hurts. I'm dealing up your mom. I got a whole list of
That's
these.
a good one.
Yeah. And then
That's a
one
good
year,
one, Pat. Fuck.
Shit,
Fuck.
that's sick. Okay, and then I got one. So my name was just off in church, and then anytime I would play someone right away, like right when the matchup came up, I would say because you never beat off in church. So that was probably one of my favorite names. I love that one. And then
that's
yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Pretty good.
that's about it. Yeah.
God damn it.
But you said never, and that's not true.
Okay.
What's the matter, guys? What's the
I actually
matter?
wrote this one. I actually wrote this one down. I seen this one, bro. It's finish in the young way or young hose hell air. That was probably one of my favorites.
Oh my god!
A little too creative.
Yeah. So yeah, there's my little list of R-rated names. Have fun with that.
Tycoon, and then Ryan, you're not following that up. You're fucked.
No,
You're
not
dumb.
really. Because my friends are dumb and not creative. So honestly, I don't have a
Show me your
single
TDs
one
is what
from
he's gonna
like. That's the kind of stupid shit that my friends do. And yeah, so
Yeah,
we're
you're
just
friends with
gonna.
Shane.
Hey, bingo. See, those are the kind of people I associate with. People like Shane. So just pretend I play with a bunch of Shanes, and that's the kind of team names I'm getting. But there are a couple that I've seen come across this season that I'm a big fan of. One that I co-opted, so we're going to circle back to that one in a second. But right now, my favorite team name I'm seeing out there, because it combines my love of my 49ers, of Trey Lance, and my love of The Office, and that's Trey Lance, Lance Refrigeration.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have no idea who came up with that, but
Oh god, I love that one so much.
and then of course, because of my heavy investment in the man that we talked about earlier, is Assy Chin season was just it's all over Sleeper still. I'm not even going to change it, even in the redraft teams where I have to drop him. That's going to stick. But the honorable mention here is actually somebody that's in my mother-in-law's work league, and she's she's in her late 50s, early 60s, whatever, as is most of her league mates. And there is a person in this like 15-year league that always names his team Al Davis's blank jumpsuits, whatever color that year. So Al Davis's white jumpsuits, Al Davis's black jumpsuits. And it's just a rotating list of colors, but he's always Al Davis's jumpsuits. I have no idea why I like it, but I just think of some, Herbert in accounting over there just thinking, haha, he's so fucking funny. And that makes me laugh really hard.
It's dedication to the bit. I admire that.
It's dedication to seeing what jumpsuit that Al Davis has on every week.
Absolutely. And now that he's changing a post-mortem, it's what's up.
Oh, dear God. Oh.
All right. And then Ryan.
It sucks to go.
I can't follow. I'm still like shook from Raj. It's like I don't even know what to do with that after that one, man. Like I'm not creative at all. I just leave my name in there because I want people to know who beat them. Like,
bro, I don't even make team names. Like, I don't even do it. Like that's
I don't make team names. Like, I want you to know who beat you. Because if it's something weird, they're going to have to look it up. I mean, it's more effort. Okay, yeah, I'm cool. I might have to start doing it.
And when you log in and see my team say Fields of Dreams, that doesn't inspire you? I mean, come on.
Oh, that is inspiring.
If I lost it, I think I'd be more mad. Which is probably the point.
I sometimes always change my team name. I go look back at the draft who I'm playing, and if somebody's not doing as good as their draft position, I'll be like, overdrafted this guy, and that's who I'm playing that week.
Well, personal attacks are just
oh yeah,
it's a psychological.
Those are always the best ones.
I'm trying to get them to bench that guy if they have a good matchup. So
yeah.
Okay, let's get into this question then. Let's see how rapid fire we could take this one, right? Oh, shit. Wait, hold on. I got to address this. I drafted on shrooms. I have done that. And I actually won the fucking Super Bowl that year. Like, I actually, like, that third eye speaks to you. Like, it's just something. Like, it just happens. It's okay. It's Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson, like, say, it's a toad. It's a toad, okay? It's a toad. Yo, sorry. My Mike Tyson impression is like my only one that I can do, and I love Mike Tyson, and that is my favorite ever. By the way, Jake Paul, Willie, tomorrow, money is going to be won tomorrow. I'm betting Woodley.
29th.
Is it Sunday?
I think it's on Sunday.
I'm betting Woodley, and I'm fucking coming up on a bag. Like, I'm coming on a big bag. Joey, long-time subscriber. Look at the OG dropping in. Let's go. He's like, every time I see you, I see a different setup. Yeah, I know. Let's get some predictions going. Give me NFC and AFC team to snatch the final wild card spot. Keyword is final. All right? So that's the dimension of what we are thinking. What is the team in both NFC and AFC that you all think that will snatch the final wild card spot in each conference? We start with Ryan.
Oof. For the NFC, I feel like this isn't the final wild card. They might be a little better, but I think it's going to be the Bears. Like, they have that defense coming back. Andy Dalton's improvement next year, but if Andy Dalton's the quarterback, I'm going to be upset about it. Like, Justin Fields in there, that running game, that defense, they can sneak in. And then in the AFC, I think it's going to be the Dolphins led by Tua, who's going to win the last one. He plays smart football. They play good D. It makes sense.
I got Steelers, Vikings. I got Chargers, Cardinals. You said Chicago and who else was your AFC? Miami. Tycoon, go.
Yeah, I got the Saints in the NFC. I love the Jameis insertion, and that defense is still pretty nasty as well. And the NFC is kind of weak after the real top tier, so I think they're going to do just enough to get in there. And then the AFC, I agree with you, Robbie. Chargers. I think Herbert's going to have another strong year, and that defense is going to be awesome with just Derwin James back. Another great year from Bosa. It's going to be they're going to sneak in there and take that last wild card.
Raj, you got it. NFC, AFC.
NFC, I got the Cardinals. J-Lo's going to love me for that one. AFC, homer pick. Got to go with the Steelers. I think it's going to be another year where 3 of the teams in that conference make the playoffs. And unfortunately, but kind of fortunately, the Steelers are going to – no. Absolutely not. Anyways, the Steelers are going to be that wild card spot. So there you go. Quick take.
Toby.
So I don't want to repeat anything. So AFC, I think a dark horse is the Colts if Carson Wentz can be healthy for a full 17, because I think they have the defense.
He's not going to be, but okay.
Yeah, he's not going to be, but the Chargers are the favorite to win that wild card if the Chiefs are going to win that division. So I didn't want to repeat the Chargers because it's been said so many times.
Don, if this is your prediction, you're on record.
I'll stick with the Colts. I'll put it on record. And in NFC, I think the Seahawks are going to struggle to make a wild card push. I think they're going to have to make a hard wild card push, and I think I would say the Seahawks are going to have to make that push for the wild card because I think the Rams take the division.
Okay. Drop the mic. Your AFC and NFC. Final wild card locks. These are your locks. We're going to chop this up. Raj, get these points.
AFC, I agree with Ryan. Miami. NFC, I'm going a little bold. I'm going Carolina Panthers.
I was thinking about that. I like that.
I like it too.
That's a good take right there. If Darnold proves to be that 3rd overall pick, that Panthers
these are all Rumboyz future bets. We're calling the segment Rumboyz future bets.
Lions, Jets. I think I might too. I think that's how I want to.
I like that call. I enjoy that call. That's a good call.
No, Cardinals. I think Cardinals Rams are going to fight it out. One of those two guys will take it. Give me Cardinals to finish just under, but they make the wild card, and then give me. Fuck, man. I want to say my Dolphins, but I also want to say other people's too. But fucking give me the Colts. I think this team is a little bit more surprising than people give it credit for. They go like 10-7 and make it. Some ridiculous shit like that.
You can tell that Mike's a gambler because he's like he's like looking at everyone's picks and he's like, fuck. Like he's tracking everything like mentally. Herms. Final wild card spot.
For the NFC, I would just say whoever doesn't win the NFC West, because honestly, the team that will get that.
You got to lock in one.
I will narrow it down, but I'm just saying I'm just definitively stating because it is the toughest division in all of football, top to bottom. It's coming from there. It is coming from there because, like I said, the loser of that division is probably good enough to win every other division in the NFC. In my opinion. Just wanted to put that out there. It's very difficult. Yeah, I would probably say the Rams if I'm going to pick that because I don't think the Rams are going to win the division. But yeah, I'd pick the Rams. And then from the AFC, I will say the Steelers. And my explanation kind of ties into the last question, so I'll kind of leave it at that. And finesse, back to you.
All right. I worry about the only 10 that I see, especially after a lot of you guys' comments. They're still going to make it into the playoffs, but I worry about them damn Colts. And I think they can pull something off. So I'm going to lock in the Colts for the final AFC spot.
Good. Don't hesitate. It's a good answer. It really is. I mean, shit.
Robbie finally agreed with me on something. So
well, I'm putting money on this. So this is my future bet. Like I'm locking in all my futures like this weekend. So I mean, it is what it is. Like once it's done, it's done. Like whatever I said on air is there. God damn it! Oh fuck! He said it. He said what I was thinking.
Yeah, they won't.
They won't.
They
won't.
They
won't. They will.
I don't think
I don't want to say this. I don't want to say
can worst case scenario, but
yeah, I think Baltimore is second.
But I think Pittsburgh gets third in that division.
Probably.
Oh, weird. Chiefs saying hate underrated.
I fucking hope so.
You know.
For the NFC.
Oh no.
I'm about to piss a lot of people off.
Don't do it.
I think Dallas locks down. I think Dallas locks down that last spot.
So 2 NFC East teams are getting in then?
Yeah. I think this year it happens.
That sucks.
Is one of those the Giants?
Gross.
No. It's Washington. Washington will hands down outright win the division.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I had to say that. I had to say that for Taco. I had to.
Bro, but Taco. You didn't? Did you message Taco? You're a dick.
No, I didn't, but I should.
Yeah, you should rub that the fuck in.
I'm gonna DM him right now.
You should be like, at this time point, Robbie fucking called you out. And there are three. He said there are. We know.
Robbie, I'd make a bet with you that Dallas wins that division.
Oh hell no. Robbie, take that bet, bro. Washington wins that.
I'm gonna take that bet, and I'm gonna be like, "What do you want for it?"
We'll iron out the details later.
We'll iron out the details for motherfucking sure, because I'll take it. I'll take that shit. Cool. All right. Final topic. What will it take for your particular? I don't give a fuck about fantasy right now. What will it take for your particular NFL team to make it at least into the playoffs? Not necessarily Super Bowl, playoffs. We start with you, Herms.
Shout out Howard Dean. Anyway, so like I was saying,
you, bro.
Yeah, like I was like I was saying before, teaser. Haha, yes, I picked the Steelers to sneak in from the AFC, and what it really comes down to for me is like, I mean, a lot. The reason that shit fell apart at the end of last year is because of the lack of defensive depth, and then they go out there, they draft a lot of guys that I think are pretty decent. They bring in Melvin Ingram, they bring in Joe Schobert through a trade. It's just like I think they've solidified that part of it, but. This topic has come up time and time again. It's just like, the offensive line. It's like, okay, again, I've said it multiple times. They're not nearly as bad as people say they are. Even in the preseason, they've looked cohesive, which is really my point. They don't even have to be good. They just have to be cohesive. Even a bad offensive line can be passable as long as you are working together in unison just well enough to create enough time to make shit happen. And especially with, Matt Canada's offense being what it is, doing a lot of stuff off play action, doing a lot of pre-snap motion, doing a lot of this other type of stuff, that does create time. All you're trying to do is create enough time for Ben Roethlisberger to do something with the ball. Something. It doesn't have to be pretty. You know what I mean? Like, in order to win and in order to make the play, even Bill Cowher, like one of his more famous quotes was, "So what if we won ugly?" It doesn't matter how you fucking do it as long as you just fucking do it. Seriously, all the Steelers have to do is just make sure that the offensive line works as a cohesive unit. Not even good, just cohesive. If they can do that, they can sneak in because the Browns are winning the division. So, yeah, I mean, that's just, it's happening. So, but yeah.
I like that take. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because my boss, a couple of like bosses from like SportsMe messaged me something, and I was like, Like, are we gonna have a morning meet? Are we having a meeting tonight? And I was like, fuck no. Like, no, we're not having a meeting tonight. Like, Brian's about to go be a DJ, and I'm about to go play in the pond. The fuck? Paying your take.
My team is the Dolphins, and it's sad to be sometimes. For them to make the playoffs, as much as I think they have the pieces to do it, and was it last year, they need to basically play straight up better football. They did not play well. Yes, they had a lot of picks and turnovers, all that fun jazz last year. Xavier Howard, whatever. They're not repeating that. They're not repeating number one in turnovers on a team. It's just not going to happen. So they need to just play better football. They need Tua to get going. They need the receivers to get back on the field. And that's the only way they do it. It's not like I hate my own team, when I kind of do. But I think Tua takes a step forward and he gets that team going. And if they make the final, wild card spot, great. But that's like our best chances. We make that final wild card spot, and they have to play just straight out better, because they didn't do it last year, and they're playing pretty lights out on defense. So that's my take.
All right. So to be 100% honest, if we don't make the playoffs, it's a freaking horrible, disappointing season.
We have a question for Payne.
No, not right now. Maybe eventually, just not right now. The difference maker, well, the scheme is a difference maker. Maybe not Waddle by himself. I think the change in scheme is going to help a lot, because he's not going to play to throw 50-50. He's going to throw into, guys separation. And that's what Waddle's going to do. But I don't know if that's going to be enough.
No, I agree. Okay. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I didn't realize we had a question come in from the chat.
No, you're good. All I was saying is, as a Chiefs fan, if we don't make the playoffs, it's a disappointing season, hands down. If we don't get to the AFC title game, it's a disappointment. It's not making it to the playoffs, it's making it to the big dance at this point.
That's fair right there. That's fair. Yeah. So, being a Browns fan, I've suffered a whole lot of heartbreak in years past. So, I think we have a good opportunity to win the division. I think I'm going to plant my flag and say we're going to take the division. We have a good defense. Our offense is coming to year 2 of Kevin Stefanski. And if you look at historic past, that's when quarterbacks usually blow up in the year 2 of a zone run scheme. So I'm looking for big things from Baker. I don't know about OBJ. I think Jarvis is all right, but it's going to be based on our run game. Chubb and Hunt are going to have both have good fantasy seasons. So it's all about the defense. The defense hurt us last year. We lost Mack Wilson early to injury, and our pass rush didn't really get there. Myles Garrett was getting doubled. Now we have Clowney there, so we're going to see a lot of Myles Garrett one-on-one. We have Delpit healthy. Denzel Ward's growing into his own still. So I think that defense comes up, and I think it's going to be a good fantasy defense for you as well. So, yeah, the Browns, division winners in my book. Probably I would say AFC title. I put that down right now.
There isn't much for me to say. Herm's kind of covered it all. So I guess I can just kind of reiterate his points.
Talk about Najee Harris.
Yeah, Najee Harris.
Do it. Yeah, fuck Toby's takes. Fuck Toby's takes.
Absolutely fuck Toby's takes. But Najee Harris, offensive rookie of the year. Gonna be, I guess, fantasy wise, gonna be an RB1. I fucking love this guy.
His price sucks, but okay.
He is not CEH. Please stop making that comparison.
It's an awful comparison.
I'm not making it to talent wise. I'm not making the comparison talent wise.
They're both first round running backs, guys. That's why.
I don't give a fuck about ADP. ADP means nothing to me. Who that with ADP? No, you know me. Who that with ADP? No, you know me.
Clip this for the season, please.
We will.
Clip that shit. Who down with ADP? No, you know me. Who down with ADP? No, you know me.
Okay.
Fuck that. Go get your guys.
Watch him replicate CH's season, and you'll still be pissed off because of how high you took him. Because that's why.
Why do all Browns fans sound more Southern than Cowboys fans?
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm from Texas, all right.
Copy paste Herm's points, and Najee is offensive rookie of the year. That's about it.
Fair.
Go ahead, Tycoon.
So I'm a Niners fan, Honestly, all we need is health to make the playoffs.
That's so true.
It's really that simple. The roster's one of the most loaded in the league. I mean,
I think
Mike and Toby are up there too. With
Aren't
the
you a
Browns.
bragging fucker?
Wait, what?
You're bragging.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's a good team that we got decimated last year. So whether it's Jimmy or Trey at quarterback, we're not going to get into that discussion. That could be a whole episode. It doesn't really matter. To make the playoffs, we just need really. It's about the defensive rebound.
You have Shanahan. You have Shanahan. You have Shanahan.
Yeah, I mean that explains the offense, and our skill positions are loaded.
He just knows how to dial. He just knows how to dial up anything at any given moment.
But it's still about the defense, though. I mean, Bosa's coming back is the biggest thing. We have Fred Warner. Jason Verrett put in a healthy season for once, and we know what he can do when he can stay healthy.
Mostert. I'm out on Mostert.
I'm not out on him. I think he's probably going to get more. I don't want to say anybody's really the lead back because he does the committee thing, Shanahan, but he'll get more carries than anybody as long as he stays healthy. But it's almost assured that he will get hurt. He's not made it through a season yet.
He's going to get
he'll get the first crack. Bingo.
Ryan, what you got?
Yeah.
So I live in Pittsburgh, and I love the fantasy community because it gets me away.
What the fuck was this? A Steelers show? This weekend?
Yes. He's a fucking Ravens fan, though. He's a Ravens fan.
It's hard to hate the Steelers, man.
I love talking football online because I want to not talk to Steelers fans because I'm a Ravens fan. And everybody thinking that these other lesser AFC North teams have any chance in the division. We got the former MVP, the best secondary in the league. It's the Ravens division. It's Super Bowl or bust, and it's just the offensive line, it's new pieces being cohesive, and y'all are wrong.
So y'all are wrong. I like it. I love that. Like, so, ladies and gentlemen, it's not often. It's not.
Mike, you're muted if you said anything.
Can Lamar get over the hump?
No.
Yeah, he can't. He can't get over MVP.
Yes.
It's hard.
Right?
It's hard to beat that.
I mean,
you can't get over that.
Three times in the playoffs by the age of 24.
hump
Still
to get
got
over.
Justin Herbert. Stop it. We want with Joe Flacco and Trent Dilfer. If we can't win with Lamar, something's wrong.
I'm gonna say this. Okay. What it takes for Washington football team to get in, we just gotta win with whoever is under center. All right.
You made it to the playoffs with a guy with one leg. I mean, that's
How do you guys not win? Is the question here? Like, how do you not win?
As long as we eventually let Fitz win us as much as he can. But the second we get a sign of that shit fizzling out, Heineke, let it rip, baby.
Heineken.
Let's get drunk as fuck, Heineken. Let's get drunk as fuck all the way
I
to
got
the Super
so
Bowl,
much shit
baby.
the other day from a league from saying Heineke was definitely going to play at some point this season. Oh, man.
He is.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
He won't. No, he won't. He won't.
He will play
Ryan Fitzpatrick has not played a whole season in like 7 years.
Since 2015.
I mean, come on, 6 years. Whatever.
So he won't.
Because Jameis Winston was the first overall pick and Tua Tagovailoa was the 5th overall pick. The person waiting in the wings was somebody actually that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Heineke's not very good. Kyle Allen's not very good.
Who was the closest to beating Tampa Bay in the playoffs?
People have a hard on for Heineke.
Heineke almost handed it to Brady, all right, motherfucker. All right,
I mean, Heineke only plays if they're like 0-5. And they're like, okay, here we go.
It has
put
to
him
go
in.
so poorly for him to sniff the field.
Like, you'd have to be out of the playoff.
But is that
running
really that crazy to think about? I mean, again, how
but
often Fitzmagic
that's
is
never
tragic?
gonna happen.
I mean,
this comment right here is never gonna happen.
I mean, they're not going to
Rodgers
Fitzpatrick to be shitty enough.
East
That's
is
what I'm
so
saying.
bad that you would have to you would have to perform so terrible to be out of the running for the playoffs. You'd have to be like,
hey, really
if
quick,
the
really
Washington
quick.
football team performs that poorly, then I'm going to have a terrible time at work because my boss is a huge football team.
We got to do one final thing. We got to do one
team,
final
then.
thing. Hold on. We got to do one final thing for the fans before we sign off.
Rumboyz,
All right.
Gotcha.
Promo code Rumboyz all day, bro. Only rum. Hit up your only rum account. We should make that a straight up domain, like for real.
I'm telling you, dude, we could have easily made a calendar, like a fantasy football only run balls calendar. You have cutoffs in the front. You know, he shows off a nipple. It'd be great.
Me with the fucking football, like just like cupping my nuts.
Yeah, he's just sitting there flexing and shit.
See, only I could get away and say this shit. That's what's funny. That's what's great, honestly. All right, let's go ahead. Before we get into outros, raise your hand if Tyron Woodley is winning tomorrow night.
No, I don't fucking know.
I'm not educated enough to know.
It's against Jake Paul. All you gotta know is that he's fighting Jake Paul. He's fighting Jake Paul.
Oh, well then.
Yeah. I mean, Jake Paul has a lot of money. He could win tomorrow.
Okay. So our whole staff pretty much just fucking picked Tyron Woodley. Y'all know what's gonna happen tomorrow. And that's our take on that whole fight. Let's get into some outros. I want to actually do something different here. I want to start from the bottom and work our way up.
Fair.
So yeah. You know, it's not right. You know, they see us all the time. Ryan.
Find me on Twitter, Ryan Searfoss at Foss534. Find me over at Going for Two. We do the Armchair Fantasy Show every Wednesday night. And then find me at the Sports Illustrated Draft Bible. Our shows come out Wednesday mornings. That's it. I got nothing else.
I'm just here and
I'm this podcast. I'm here. That's it.
Yo, so wait, really quick. I'm gonna bring you back on the screen. So like exactly how you were on stream is exactly how you are and were in Canada, like, and how our conversations went. Like it was a little bit deeper and a little bit better, but like I appreciate you. Like I appreciate you. Like I just want to say that. Like for anyone that doesn't know, like the real Ryan is like dope, and I love Ryan, and I appreciate Ryan.
Love you too, man. Yeah, I'm the same no matter what I am. It's not fun to be anything else.
Exactly. Hey, I just had to do it. I just had to. Like,
I really appreciate it, man. I like kind words.
Yeah, like we had some fun, and
we did. Man.
Next year's gonna be better, just so everyone knows.
Next year, yeah, after a year under your belt, it's different. Like this time when I came in, I was a little bit slower. I mean, I was drinking as soon as I walked in, but like I was slower. This time I know you. Let's party.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna be straight up. There may or may not be a skills competition between fantasy analysts.
I mean, I can't run no more, but I'm in.
I'm about to fucking burn.
I went Oklahoma.
I'm about to fucking just burn, bro. Like,
you
I'm ready
for
for
Bell then.
I'm slow as fuck, but I'll do Oklahomas and that'll be a good time.
Hey, Ryan, I fucking love you, bro. Stick around. We're probably gonna chill out afterwards and shit. Hey, Tycoon.
Well, you can find me at FF_Tycoon on Twitter. I do the boardroom every Wednesday evening. Podcast version released on Fridays. Probably will be Thursdays in season, so keep an eye out for much better episodes coming up. Part of the Fantasy Collective at ffcollective.com. I write for them, and of course, the podcast is hosted through our network. And also remember that DeAndre Swift, despite any week one availability concerns, is an RB1.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you for that.
That's my flag plant this year.
Thank you for that. I needed that.
Hey, really quick. Come with me. Raji Harris hit him with it real quick. See.
So find me right there. Rumboyz Raj on Twitter. Don't listen to Toby's takes about Najee Harris. Steelers articles on rumboyz.com. Right here on this YouTube channel, this stream. You'll find me right here every week. And yeah, that's about it. Peace.
Hell yeah. I love the Rumboyz on Rumboyz crime across the stream. Like that was absolutely beautiful. From cutoffs to Najee Harris takes. AZ2. Hit him with the earthquake. Let's go.
All right, so you can find me on Twitter at Z2Fantasy and I do most, if not all, of the graphics for Real Deal Fantasy, Triple Play Fantasy, Rumboyz Fantasy Network, and if tune in every Wednesday for Wallpaper Wednesdays. If you want sick wallpaper, I'll create it. And if you ever need an edit for an article, YouTube thumbnail, whatever, just hit me in the DMs. Love to work with you. Anything. So that's where you can find me. And don't draft Najee Harris early.
No.
Motherfucker.
Like,
Oh, God.
Also, Rojo.
Hey, this one take, this one Najee Harris take, guys, like our whole staff is like but like it's all in good fun, and which like is so cool, like it's fucking great. Hey, drop the mic.
All right, so on Twitter you can find me at DropTheMicFF. You can find my writing where I'm the lead dynasty writer at goingfor2.com, and almost every Friday you can find me on here.
Yeah, boy.
And SportsMe. I forgot that.
Oh, bro, you good. No, you didn't forget. You just right on time, baby. Hey, Pang, get with your picks.
Oh shit, it is glary as shit right now. Anyways, my monitor's burning my eyes. Anyways, you can find me on Pang's Picks FF on Twitter, where now I'm doing video memes. If you haven't seen them, I think they're pretty fucking funny.
Davis is killing that.
I had 3 videos in like 3 weeks. I thought it was pretty impressive considering I'm just learning this shit. It's been fun. So catch them there. If there's only one reason to like me there for that. And you know that I like Nico Collins. Catch me on SportsMe, where I don't make much content on there anymore, but I will comment on your shit. So if you need a buddy to talk to, I'm on there also. And then for Fantasy Six Pack, where I write articles, I will be doing trade articles this year. A little bit of best ball reflection talks, and I'm also writing about the really shitty division of the goddamn Houston Texans division. So this year, which is gonna be terrible. All right,
hey,
that's it.
I appreciate your work, Pang. I appreciate you. Hey, Herms, you already know what you gotta do, bro. You gotta break it down for the fans in your
Yes,
Herms
I do
terms,
stuff.
but also shout some of the health as well.
Oh yes, of course. Hi, I'm the person that that thing. So you can follow me on Twitter at Herms NFL. I do stuff with a bunch of different places. At the Lateral FF on Twitter, www.thelateralff.com. That's where you can find my draft cheat sheet. If you're drafting this weekend, I have my most recent update that I'm going to put through, at the conclusion of the show. Just make sure, like, hey, if you're ready to draft this weekend and you're just looking for a little, just like, hey, copy some notes off of, I got you. All my ranks are there. I only do stuff full PPR scoring just for what it's worth. But just either way, check that shit out on The Lateral. The Lateral Show, it's a podcast, comes out every single Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. So whatever that means for you in your time zone, figure it out. I'm not a genius.
Yeah.
I also write for Football Absurdity at FBall Absurdity on Twitter and www.footballabsurdity.com. And that's, it's draft season, my dudes. And, it's, I don't know. Football is a thing. I like it.
Bro, but really quick, I just want to highlight, look at your beard. It's coming in so full. That's the thing.
Look at this.
It's a vibe.
Sort of. I don't know.
It's a vibe.
I've gotten lazy. It's not the best. I don't know.
Let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Just let it do its thing.
We'll see.
Also this. Enjoy.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, Raj.
I gotta pull this up. There we go. And use code Rumboyz, 15% off Rumboyz condoms.
This is not a real site, just so everyone knows. It's just
it 100% is. He's lying to you. It's real.
Wait, is it like is it like if we can really
look it up?
Raj, he said, "Look at me." He said, "Look at me."
Hey, shout out Maddie Daddy in the comments, by the way.
Daddy, yeah.
It's for sale.
Rumboyz After Dark, bringing that fire. Dirty Mike Z2 Pangs, Herms, my boy Robzilla. Yo, everyone's out here, man. We just doing our thing. Really quick, I just want to say that I could not be more appreciative than for the fact that I work with the people in this space that I do. The people that choose to take the time out of their day to feature on this show is paramount. No emotion can describe that. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough week for you. It's been a rough week for me. If you've been following me and you're part of this Rumboyz family, it's been a rough week for all of us, right? But we're healing now, and that's the process. It is about healing and getting better together, and growing together, and everyone, just showing love to each other, showing compassion. I ain't gonna say it's always easy to show compassion. I'm not gonna say that it's always easy to see the other side, the other opinion of someone else's take. But what I will say is that we have the ability to shape something very positive and something very beautiful here. And we should hear out each other. But we should hear out each other in proper discussion. Influence how you can influence. Work how you can work. Grind how you can grind. Control your schedule how you can control your schedule. Have a proper work-life balance. I'm going to sound corny as fuck right now. Drink water. Eat fruit. Dumb shit like that. I say it because the last 2 weeks have been fucking dreadful. And we can only make it better together. Tonight, I hope it was a start, in all honesty, to make it better for everyone else. I hope that tonight, we kept that consistency of showing you that this can be a hug. And we can bring you in and we can show you love. I don't give a fuck if you follow me. I don't give a fuck if you like me. I don't give a fuck if you care about me. I don't give a fuck if you hate me. But love and appreciate these gentlemen that have been on stream. Love and appreciate each and every single personality ever. I don't give a fuck if they're here or not, if I like them or if I don't. Every single person that's ever been on this show is to open up a door. So show love to everyone. And with that being said, and with that being stated, I don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't give a fuck what you believe in or whatever. But I believe in the product that we're putting out. So I'm going to end it with this. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. And all the Rumboyz and girls. What the fuck do it really do? Holla at me. Let's go.
Dilly.
Dilly.
Oh my god.
Hee haw.